Three, two. Hey, everybody, you are watching and listening to the We Are Right podcast. This is your host, Andrew Benjamin, joined once again. Glad to have him back on. Knox, no X, no FX, however you like to go by. Gamer, Twitch streamer, Reddit AMA discussion starter. Appreciate you joining me, man.
Keyboard warrior, bro.
Keyboard warrior. I appreciate you joining again. How you doing, good sir?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you having me on. It's always a pleasure, bro. So I thank you for this.
No problem. And then, thank you for all the discussions that you put on the r/MMA about RIZIN, all that stuff. You have a lot more patience and wherewithal than I ever would have.
For sure, dude. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate the love, bro. It's wild out there, dude. Reddit is weird for sure, bro. But I have an outlet, bro. I got some things I need to say. So appreciate you guys having patience reading that long format wall of text, bro. Thank you.
Don't you get frustrated though when you get your stuff deleted though, when you make all that beautiful writing and then against the arbitrary rules of r/MMA?
Yep. That's why I have to go Substack, bro, because it's just it's too much. So I'd rather just post it nice and neat in Substack and put a little blurb on it.
Yes. So where can people actually see your Substack?
Yeah, no problem. It's knoxtalksmma.substack.com.
Knox Talks. Let me get that up, and I can actually put it on a banner here. I totally forgot about your about that. And I'm subscribed to it, so I should have remembered that. Knox Talks MMA Substack. So when do you have something coming soon or anything that people can read right now?
Yeah. I have two posts that I did recently. I did the RIZIN New Year's Eve post, kind of like my thoughts after that event, and then also I did a deep dive on what I think is RIZIN's best division, featherweight. So go check it out.
So we're getting people in the chat. We got T-Son wishing saying hello to you. And Josh from Pyongyang, of course. I know who you are on Twitter, man. I appreciate you using the VPN and hopefully Mr. Jong-un, I don't know who it is. Jong-un this doesn't find you. Okay, and Gappin, my movie reviewer partner guy, who, by the way, Captain, can you believe that I have no idea how that Blazing Fists review suddenly just shot up after a week it got posted, just shot up in views. I have no idea how that happened. But yeah, that's what happened the week after we reviewed that movie. Before we get into anything, to kind of do a little off-topic thing, I know I asked you beforehand if you asked if you had seen Starfleet Academy, but whatever. Did you see UFC yesterday? And if so, what did you think of their debut on Paramount?
I did. I only seen a couple fights, bro. Like I said, UFC kind of doesn't really do it for me. I'll watch some fights here and there. I mean, it just really depends on the matchup. But bruh, what's up with all the commercials, bro? You know what I mean? I mean, you're paying such and such amount of money, right? It bothers me that you can't see the corners, bro. Like, that's crucial. I want to hear what the corners have to say. I don't want to be predictive programmed with some propaganda you know what I mean? Some stupid commercial about I don't know, degenerate gambling. I'm like, bro, what are we doing here?
TurboTax was that was the big one that I just saw. TurboTax or
I tune out, bro. I tune out, dude.
I think the worst thing was that if you used to watch wrestling, right? Or do you watch wrestling or anymore? Or were you ever?
When I was younger, I used to watch WWF, bro.
You know what's the entrances being cut and they're already starting. It kind of reminds me of, remember the jobber entrances, like when Mark Henry, you see that jobber and then Mark Henry's music would hit, type thing. Yeah. We're getting no entrances except I think only main event. Oh wait, Captain says that you can still see because they have that with that multi-view cam thing. Yeah. Okay. I didn't
Yeah,
even know
Captain,
that.
you paid
Okay.
for that, bro? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, bro.
You see, I actually only have Paramount because I never canceled it. I use it to watch Yellowstone, and I never wound up canceling it. So yeah, and they announced the UFC thing. So I was like, oh okay, and then yeah, they announced they're gonna raise the prices anyway. So it's like, oh fuck, oh well.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
I didn't know that. If that's big, bro, because that's annoying for sure.
I guarantee this will happen by. I think in 2 or 3 years they're gonna start doing the charging extra for pay-per-view stuff. I think it's always happens. This never stays the way that it does. You know,
Doesn't
it,
surprise me, bro.
if I will be more surprised if they don't. If they don't do that.
Well, dude,
Hmm?
the world that we live in, bro. Like, look at some of these cars that have like heated seats now and stuff, but you have to pay extra for that, like a Netflix subscription or something. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, or I think even now have like subscription stuff. I think. Um, yeah. So yeah, that's unfortunately the world we live in. You know. What was it? You'll own nothing and be happy. That's what we've
Yep.
been told.
Thanks, Klaus.
Yes. Um, so enjoy your subscription, your subscription to living, folks. At least we don't have to do that at RIZIN yet. You can still buy the pay-per-views individually if you want. You can still do that. So at least that's at least a little the one thing you're not forced to subscribe to. Um, Before we get into our year-end awards, the RIZIN Soccer Kicks Awards, got to give out a shout out to the sponsor, of course, Shroom Bar. Use the code WAR at checkout for 25% off your first order. These are great, healthy protein bars that have reishi, turkey tail, lion's mane, cordyceps, and they are great for a pre-workout, post-workout, or if you want to just have a healthy snack. You're on the go, or you just, it's winter. That's when we eat the most unhealthy in winter because we're in our homes during the snow, like now, which is probably most of you, into the gym, or we're not getting a lot of workout. The protein bars that Shroom Bar is made are absolutely great, and they're filling, and they're good tasting, and they are healthy. That's the most important thing. Again, go to eatshroombar.com, use code WAR at checkout for 25% off your first order, please, and thank you. So we got 2025 RIZIN in the books. They're 10 years in existence. So before we get into our specific ratings, I want to or awards, I should say. I want to get your overall thoughts on how RIZIN did overall in 2025. Knox, no X.
Yeah, bro. I for sure say they tore it up in my opinion. This is the most I've ever seen it pushed in the West, or like not even push, I should say. Just people seem like it's an organic thing that's happening. People are starting to look for alternatives, bro, which is a great thing because the UFC has had a monopoly for quite some time. So feels like people are getting kind of bored with, I don't know if it's the rule set or the way that they're doing things over there, but looking for alternatives. But yeah, man, incredible year. There was multiple sellouts, 40,000 plus in attendance multiple times. You know what I mean? They put on great matchups. New Year's Eve, every single fight on the New Year's Eve card could have been a main event throughout the year. You know what I mean? Like they're not afraid to just stack a whole card just to be ridiculous with it. You know what I mean? I love it.
Did you give you would give out of 10 their rating for the year 5?
I would give them 10. I would give them a 10, dude.
Wow.
They're doing good. I think it's hey, I think it's
I mean, in terms of enjoyment, like, well, as a fan, not so much. I guess, yeah. What would you like overall enjoyment of them? 1 to 10. Is it still 10?
yeah, for sure, dude. I feel like just everything that they're hitting on right now, man. You got the confession series preparation. I love that stuff. You get to build some rapport with your fighters. You know what I mean? You get to know them now. Compared to like the UFC, it's a lot of like, who is this guy? Unless you're really, really hardcore or deep in it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just the production. I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun, man. It feels like it's starting to become like Pride Days all over again. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, as well, before if you're listening or watching or whatever, please like and comment on this video. Commenting and liking helps the algorithm a lot. That dreaded algorithm. So please, again, yeah, please like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe for God's sakes, but like and comment as well. I did also a Google form that people responded to. I got a lot of various responses. I appreciate everybody who responded. Looks like the overall majority of people gave RIZIN a 7 this year. And let's see, I need to find my own responses, but I say I would probably give them an 8 for this year. I'll be honest, the heavyweight tournament really was my one down thing on RIZIN. I absolutely, if they didn't have the heavyweight tournament this year, I would say maybe 9. I know about 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I would probably say the year that Manel Cape won the Grand Prix that year. That year was like a great year for RIZIN. That was 2019, I believe it was, when he became champion. But yeah, I have to give him 8 only because, man, I know you like RIZIN, Knox, but you can't defend that heavyweight Grand Prix stuff.
Nobody can, bro. Nobody can.
Unless your name is J Wolf. Unless your name is J Wolf, you're the only person that can.
Hey, they tried, bro. At least they tried, and then also, you know what I mean? It's not like they have the largest roster, bro. You know what I mean? So at least they tried something. At least they're willing to try something. You know what I mean? UFC fumbled with Aspinall and Jones. You know what I mean? It's just like at least they're trying to put something together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna garner more attention, dude.
I don't think it garnered the attention they wanted so much. I was told by Japanese fans that during the heavyweight fights, that's when they were going to the bathroom and getting their food. So yeah, there's other things. So let's talk about also the year they have as City Life Aisha. Check out his stuff. And hopefully we'll be doing some collabs with him as well. That they had the first show in Korea as well. Flyweight Grand Prix as well. And so they was definitely, hey, listen, if you want a Grand Prix, you got your fix of them for 2025. We got to see Shaduliev murder everybody that he got put in the ring with. Let's see, the I guess was it the last temptation of Mikuru, I guess, or the resurrection of Mikuru. So yeah, we got this, and new stars like Nazimov, unseating Satoshi, Izawa, going through everybody as well. So yeah, it was a great year for new stars. I think for new people to get their shine in RIZIN, and to see as well other guys develop. Any thoughts on that, Knox?
No, for sure, man. What can you say, dude? Shea Duliev he took over, bro. It's his show now. But the other thing too is like, man, Mikuru, if he beat 2 straight champions in a row, so it was great to see him actually, look at all the stuff he has going on outside of fighting, bro, and to still want to stay in the fight game at that level, it takes a certain sort of crazy, bro. So I really appreciate him hitting the gym the way he did, because he looked pretty good those 2 fights. But if it wasn't for Shea Duliev, bro, holy cow, that's just he's like a once in a lifetime sort of fighter type, like like a Michael Jordan type. The way he's performing right now, it's unreal, dude.
By the way, I'm gonna let me see if I do this. Okay, oops, too far, too close actually. That should look good on camera for everybody, I hope. So yeah, by the way, I would also like to give a shout out to Kome Day. He made these slides, this presentation right next to me. We could kind of go off it for stuff for for awards and all that stuff. I think he did a rating as well. Let me see if he did maybe not, but anyway, nonetheless, let us get into 2025 RIZIN Soccer Kicks Awards, everybody. So if you have your pen and paper, over what you chose for stuff this year. Let's do worst fight of the year first. I think let's get the trash out of the way. I'll get the banner up. So worst fight of the year. It is not a coincidence that most of them are heavyweight fights. I'll ask you to go first, Knox. What was your worst fight of the year for RIZIN 2025?
Dude, I'm gonna go with answer number 3, Otoko Matsuri, Vinicius Silveira. What is it? Silveira versus Takeo Ueda. Bro, when Ueda was doing down dog, you know what I mean? During the fight, I was like, bro, what are we doing, bro? You know what I mean? And then doesn't he run Fighters Flow or
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
I don't
So
know,
he
dude.
also
That
he
that
also
was
came from he comes from a promotion called Fighting Nexus, which has weirder rules. Oh no, sorry, not Fighting
right.
Nexus. I'm Zest. Which has weird rules, kind of like I think they have those weird old school rules where you can't ground and pound or something. Those are like that Shudo or Pancreas rules or something. So it sounded like he was prepared for that. He kind of so you said like he kind of fought like he was in a fight like that.
I thought he was
Um,
just trolling, bro, honestly.
I cannot deny that I was immensely badly entertained by how bad that fight was. It was badly entertaining. You know, I
It's
can
pretty
get
funny.
it was funny, yes. But you know, listen, I had to go with one of the heavyweight fights because man, there was no other fight that there were fights that were bad, but I thought Daniel James versus Marek was like if that fight was just fucking terrible, an absolute disgrace. Well, Daniel James, first of all, he comes in overweight. He came in overweight, and then the entire time is I thought I picked James to smash Marek, but instead Marek laid on him. I think oh I think the amount of time you know that meme with the cat of heavy breathing. Heavy breathing. That was that entire fight was just heavy breathing. It was an embarrassment to I think any MMA fights. I will I you can't ask me to point to a memorable spot in that fight because I can't honestly remember anything like that. City Life, I see you shitting all over Marek. You watch everything, so I trust you that you're saying like because if you're saying he's bad because you watch KSW, I trust you. So yeah, yeah, you know, Marek versus Daniel James. You have any thoughts on that fight? If you remember
I
anything.
tuned out, bro. I tuned out a lot of the heavyweight, dude. The Grand Prix. I'm sorry. At least they tried something. I give them that. I know that the pickings were probably slim, dude. You know what I mean, as far as roster wise, but at least they tried. And then maybe this is gonna entice more other like all these other heavyweights to come over. And
I
is
hope.
there anything that is there? Because remember that great time they did Bellator and Ryzen. Well, now
Yes.
that there are no more, is there anything that we can do with PFL and Ryzen? You see what I'm saying? There's got to be something we
Um,
can do, man.
I mean, because the problem is that there's no heavy. The only heavyweight in Japan. I don't even put Sidario in the story of like a top level heavyweight anymore. He's clearly has hit his peak, and I don't think is going to get any better. I mean, it's got to be Mikio Ueda, but even saw how what his ceiling was, and like got submitted by Kowalczyk, the Polish guy,
Yeah.
and that was clearly supposed
But
to be a fight that Ueda was supposed to win because we never seen Kowalczyk again.
yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
mean, even if they don't have Japanese stars either, man, because look, we got Nemkov's over there. He's familiar with Ryzen. I would love to see him fight in that role set again. But
Mhm.
yeah, maybe I don't know. Let's see what they can do. I feel
You
like
also,
it's only been growing more. Go
I
ahead.
feel
Sorry.
the other issue is that you have all these Nemkov and others who are, probably getting paid a lot of money by Bellator, PFL. And I mean, what would you rather do? Would you rather take the bigger fight, which is Nagano? I think that Nemkov would want to have versus, possibly facing 4-3 or whatever he is now, Ueda. It's real.
Yeah,
The Japanese heavyweight competition is so bad. Heavyweight everywhere is really bad, unfortunately.
true,
So
true.
it's not just a RIZIN thing. It's. I mean, if you saw the Cortez Lewis fights yesterday, yeah.
I heard about it though.
When people are saying Josh Hogan can be the next heavyweight champion of your thing, listen, you're scraping bottom of the barrel. You're scraping bottom of the barrel, unfortunately. So we're gonna move on to more positive things now. Let's go on to best poster of the year. So I'll scroll up to if I can find it. Yes, there was a RIZIN is the king of all posters.
Sure.
Yeah, even Ariel would agree with that. Ariel Hawani would agree with that. So what is who? Oh yeah, who? I don't know. He's some guy. I chose this year for best poster. I have my list right here. The Otoku Matsuri drum poster, which is this one right here. How about you?
Pretty badass. That one is pretty badass. I was battling all back and forth through everything. You made it hard, bro. This was very difficult to choose one thing for each of these. It's a good, bro. But I like Super RIZIN 4.
Which one was that?
With the two gentlemen, the third one on that list right there.
Okay, great.
The full layout of it, I don't know if you've seen the full layout of it, the way it had like the traditional writing and stuff, the way it said Yaman on it and all that. It was great, bro.
Yes. Yeah, this was a hard year for posters. Listen, I almost went with the one at the I almost went with the two fist one. I really like that design. But no, I just like the drum one. I really like the drum one for whatever reason. I just see that I'm like, that is a poster I would absolutely hang on my wall. And I mean, listen, it may be not, Nurmagomedov versus Hughes, so
oh god,
we gotta work with what we got here. So I mean, though that one was clearly the best, but these come.
Whoever that intern was in the broom closet, you tore that up.
T-San says he likes all four posters, but he nominated Super RIZIN. Oh, that's the style it's called. It's called Ukiyo-e. That's the art style that's called. He also said that he watched Ueda at the Tokyo Dome. A lot of people still moving to find seats. Not many people watched it, but I was quite surprised to watch it. Where's the heavyweight GP T-Rex poster? I don't know, J-Wolf. I have no idea. It's better that it's not on here, J-Wolf. Anyway, moving on. Let's see what the next category I'll just go. We'll do worst fight of the year, worst event of the year. I don't think they really had a bad event this year. I really didn't put down. I really couldn't think of anything. Did you have I mean, I guess if you want to say the least likely event might be RIZIN. I guess it could be this one, RIZIN 51. I don't know. Any thoughts?
I don't know, man. I didn't really even think about that, honestly.
I get why, 51 was a bloated card. There was a lot of severe mismatches on it, but I mean, at least you had Shaduliev and Souza just doing what they do.
I guess true.
Because you did have the heavyweight there, so that obviously will ruin a show. And you also had that Fiato Bombalor Kosuke Kendaichi terrible heavyweight fight as well. So it wasn't just the heavyweight Grand Prix that was awful. It was just heavyweight fights this year as well. So,
but you had Genju Meno versus Ashizawa on that card. That was crazy.
Yes, that will be coming back. That will be coming back at some point. I won't say that's mine, but let's continue on. RIZIN. So I kind of call this category entrance, walkout, aura. I feel like we're not getting the entrances that we used to. So I think walkout or aura is maybe more of a appropriate term. I went for this year. I went with Shaduliev. I cannot lie. Whatever music he's coming out to, that Kyrgyzstani I have no idea where it's from or who sings it, but that music slaps, as the kids say. And him coming out with the eagle, with the AI eagle entrance, just coming out with the Kyrgyzstani hat, really badass, really badass.
You're not wrong.
Any thoughts? Oh, or any thoughts, Knox? Yep. And as
No,
well,
man. I mean, you pretty much hit the nail on the head too. Anytime he comes out as badass. Although I do like the dragons anytime Ando steps out there. But
yeah.
Mikiru though, I don't know. Anytime that cat shows up to an event, he pulls up to an event, 40,000 plus, bro. Mostly, you know what I mean? To see what this man's gonna do, bro, what this crazy guy's gonna do. So it just feels like whenever he steps out there, the energy is different. You know what I mean?
City Life Project says 51 probably the worst, but highs outweigh the lows. Chris Cushman says 2 main decisions on the 51 card. Yeah, it was a low year for walkouts, unfortunately. Well, we didn't get Yaman.
Yaman.
Yeah, that's thing, yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Just a little update on Yaman. 6 months recovery, and then he said apparently he can, after he recovers 6 months, he can then go back to train 2 weeks later. So I did research on fighters who have gotten or broken orbitals. A lot of them are never the same when they come back. If you look at Tony Ferguson, Rory McDonald, Santos. Remember, there's a few others as well. But
did he get a plate put in?
I don't see anything about a plate put in. Tisan, did you happen to know if there's news that Yaman has to actually get a plate in, or is it just surgery to repair it?
Did you watch the recent confessions with Mikiru on there when he was? Did you see how he said he's gonna have to get a plate for his orbital?
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't.
He said that.
Okay, I didn't. I've had no time to rewatch the confessions. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. I didn't see anything that Yaman said that he needs one. So yeah, I'll check up on that. But actually, Tisan, you can tell us if Yaman said that he needs a plate or just surgery. Oh, and by the way, as well, I forgot to say at the beginning, but please stay tuned at the end because we're going to talk about the first contest that we're doing for 2026, a giveaway contest. So please, and it's open to everybody across the world, whether you're in Antarctica, Japan, or Russia, or wherever. So please stick around. I'll show you what I'm giving away. So, and yes, you can enter as well, Knox, if you'd like as well. So it's open to everybody.
Ice wall. Oh yeah.
Yes. Even if you're in the ice wall in Antarctica. So let's continue on to the next category, which is best use of superior rule set awesomeness, aka grounded kicks, soccer kicks, knee set. Did you have a favorite from this year, Knox?
Dude, that Machi one was pretty vicious, bro. That one was pretty vicious, but I really liked man, there's too many because the Fuketa one was pretty devastating too. Even though it was kind of like behind the head a little bit, but it's not his fault. You know what I mean? He was in the motion of it. Guy, Ando seen it, tried to move out of the way, but dude, Sato landed that shot against Sabatello, bro, and he almost pulled it off.
Yes, I know.
Almost pulled it off.
It's funny that everybody, that's the one that was the one true. If you want to talk about, and while wasn't finished, that's the one true like old school soccer kick that I think happened last. And yeah, hit Sabatel right on the money. So yeah, so yeah, that's definitely it.
But
I know that Umeno had one. Umeno had one against Catfish had one on Umeno, but it was technically a foul as he grabbed the ropes. Tisan says, I don't know the details, but Yaman already had surgery. He's worried about his recovery is not as easy as other similar types of patients, but some news said Yaman recovery recent. Some better at least. Okay. So nothing about
some peptides, dude.
Peptides, yes. How did peptides become are now like the HGH? They're becoming like the I don't know. Is this the new future of like peptide
biohacking, bro?
Yeah. Biohacking. Oh my god.
You got to get him on BPC 157, bro. Body protection compound 157.
As Nate Diaz said, they're all on steroids. Upset of the year. Man, listen, the only one I had to go with was Jolly versus Catfish because I pegged Jolly was going to get his ass kicked this year. And considering that he's a breaking down fighter, I did not think he would have a submission game. Oops, I have okay, there we go. RIZIN upset the year. Yeah, I Jolly versus Catfish, in my opinion. Any thoughts on upset of the year?
Oh, dude, I can't. It's Nazuma versus Satoshi for me, dude.
See, I can't call that I can't call it an upset because Nazimov is a well-rounded MMA fighter. I get because it was last notice, weight class up. I kind of get that, but I still think if you ask me who has a better chance of defeating who, I would say that Catfish would better chance of Jolly than Souza beating Nazimov at least.
Just the way that it went down, dude. And within 13 seconds, that was just like, whoa, dude. Whoa. We were sitting on the couch like, whoa. What? What?
See, Captain says Sakuji losing to the utter corpse of Dice K was incredibly frustrating. Satoshi getting You thought that you picked Dice K to get the armbar?
Wow. If you go back to I thought Reddit that post, dude, I said that's going to be a tough matchup, dude. Go back to that Reddit post. I promise you that. Those veterans are tough, dude.
And then Jay Wolf says that Nas Toshi-san clearly upset the year. Knox is totally right. By the way, Isha and Jay Wolf, I see you guys arguing nonstop about the heavyweight division. So keep going at it. Because I'm absolutely being entertained by both of your comments. So let's move on. RIZIN new fighter of the year, and I believe I do have a so yes, best debut. So for this category, the fighter must have fought for the first time in RIZIN in 2025. These are examples of fighters who made their debut. Probably made the most impact as well. For me, though, I thought that excuse me, I have my thing right here. Or maybe I don't. Did I not write it down? Oh, shit, I didn't write it down. My bad. Oh, sorry. I know I did right here. I picked Tetsuya Ando. I thought, despite the loss, not one boring fight. The way those 2 wins that he had, fucking, knocked down, then choking out, especially the Jiang Yang. Oh, man. Incredible. Yeah, and the fight with Fukuda, man. I was looking forward to that fight, man, and I picked Ando to win, but Ando, while he lost, still think he looked okay in spots, and I still think there's a lot of upside with Ando. Knox, your thoughts?
So if you give me the best new fighter of the whole year, for sure it's going to be Ando. New fighter of the year, for sure. And I'll touch more about that later, I'm sure, when we get into more of the awards, but as far as like debut fight, dude, Sabatello beat the brakes off of Ota. Like, geez, he looked like a killer, bro. Like, holy shit. You know what I mean? He's gonna take over, bro. His debut was insane, but for the whole year, Ando for sure, dude, because his momentum. We'll touch more on that. I have a lot to say about Ando, but yeah, dude. I love the way he fights too. You know what I mean? He's the perfect RIZIN fighter, bro. Pure violence. He's fun. He does stuff for the crowd. He's going out there to kill. You know what I mean? It's not a decision. He's out there to finish guys right away. You know what I mean? I love it.
By the way, Knox, Redmayne says hello. He's known you over for a decade. Everyone keep an eye on me, full of knowledge, straight up, no BS, man around. Fuck you. I guess fuck the UFC, go RIZIN, red or blue pill. So
right on.
Appreciate you, Redmayne, joining the so please subscribe if you haven't, like and comment if you can as well. Oh my god, there's so many comments. Okay. Sabatello, Jay says Sabatello's a good choice. Kobe Day says Ando brought the exciting fights.
For sure.
Isha says Sabatello and Soldakin cannot be in the running here. I'll agree with Soldakin. but Sabatello, I can't deny he did, the Ota fight, like you said. The Sato fight was okay, whatever, but he
Yeah.
did win. He did win a championship, and whether if you thought he won or not, you know, the fact that he still won, I think says a lot. So,
His style's not
uh,
the most exciting, but his Ota fight was grade A. I'll tell you that. His performance
yes.
was wild in there.
And Chris Cushman says Nurkins Jumagazi. You see, here's the thing. I thought that was a awesome submission that he did against Saika. I hope 2026 we see more of this guy. Hope this wasn't like one of those one-off things because, yeah, I hope we see more of him. I really hope so. And Cushman says KO Machine, keep an eye on him. Guy's a killer. Yeah, that's the other thing. I hope Ando also, hopefully that one loss, doesn't get him, hopefully he gets a new fight, hopefully 26. And Komei Day says, how did the fans reply to Google Forms? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So let me see. Thank you for reminding me. I totally forgot about that. So the majority of fans, so let me go back just quickly. Majority of fans for worst fight of the year, it was basically heavyweight fights. Everybody picked a heavyweight fight. There was like a few other stragglers, but almost every fight was a heavyweight fight. Event of the year, 50 was what was picked by most. Let me see. RIZIN Fight Debut. Oh yeah, Super Poster, Otoko Matsuri, Super RIZIN 4. Those were the two that won the most. And for fighter entrants, Shaduyev and Mikuru were the ones that weighed the most, had the most votes. Now let's see. Let's get to where are we right now? For RIZIN debut fight in 2025. Most people picked Shumagazi for that, which I was really surprised about. Other names, this had to be a joke. Somebody picked Takao Ueda. That must have been Koshin champ Enzo. Nomura I thought Nomura debuted last year. Did he not? Shunto
I had
Nomura?
thought about that too, dude. But the thing is with his debut, it's just him and what was it? Gustavo was a good fight, dude. But Gustavo started to mount a comeback. But Nomura really
Yeah,
tore it up this year, though. He
yeah.
looked really good, dude. Lightweight
Okay,
Horiguchi.
actually, I bought it. Shumagazi one. Okay, so this weird how it separates this. So Tetsuya Ando, it basically was between Shumagazi and Ando were the two choices. Well, J Wolf, how can he be best new fighter? No, it's not. First of all, it's not Sadalkin. Seven Patel, yes, I can agree with that because on those two fights that he had were 3 fights, excuse me, were great. Okay, it's not.
And he shouldn't have beat the first two. There, he was underdog like in both first two.
Ji Yong Yang looked like a 2 weight classes above him. And he also even got knocked down that one. He recovered, and then the way and also with the first fight against Ali, the
Zanade or what's his name?
Gazande, yeah, you would think that
Yeah.
guy would have the advantage.
And the
Yeah,
way
I
he
know
was
that.
behaving at the weigh-ins the day before too, and Ando was just really respectful. It was just like with the grace, the way he just
Yeah,
smashed him. You know what
and
I mean?
Sabato won the title, but also it was a close fight. I didn't think he won the Sato fight. I think he lost. Like absolutely not. And no, Sodakin had two or three shitty fights, and one fight I can't remember anything that happened. So that's why I picked Ando. Ando had a much more fruitful 2025, in my opinion. In our opinions, I shall say. Okay, we're getting into the good shit now. Submission of the year. Actually, no, we gotta do the let's skip down. Let's do one more category of I got not worst, but let's see. Oh, did you pick I don't think you wrote this Komei Day, but you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do it right now. Then we'll get into best. We'll go back to the best. So it's called the Get Ready to Learn Deep Award. So this is a new category. Yes, by the way, Komei did as well. Says entertainment value. Ando easily. Sabatel and Soldakin, no, none at all. And yeah, he won that based on the soccer kick. supposedly, or I guess that's where we're getting by. Anyway, so yeah, get ready to learn deep, buddy. So these are for fighters that have, I don't know how to say it, like it's like they're not doing good, that should go somewhere else and try to either get better, more experience, whatever. That's the great thing about RIZIN is that at least you have options like deep, Shuto, Pancreas, Gladiator, whatever to do better. But I only chose deep because it's get ready to learn deep because deep is side by side with RIZIN, and you see a lot of guys go to and fro. So did you have a pick for this Knox?
So the only two people that I was thinking about that could benefit from deep, and it's no knock, it's no disrespect, because I was gonna say like possibly Hiroya, but the thing is with Hiroya is like he garners a lot of attention each time he's on a RIZIN card. The fans love him, right? And it's not because he's not good. He's definitely good. I feel like he has something like some sort of mental block. But if maybe he were to go to deep, get some big wins over there, that could do something for his mind. You know what I'm saying? Then he could come back and perform at the level, because those fights that he had this year were very good. They were very competitive against better opponents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But maybe he just needs that little confidence boost, go over there, perform really well, and then come back. And the only other thing I was going to say is I love Ashizawa. He puts on bangers, but can we get him on a strength and conditioning program, dude? That's all he needs, man. That's all he needs right now. You know what I mean?
So I thought about Hiroya. My problem, so the only thing is that he originally is from deep, and he's way too big to go to deep, unfortunately. I think he's kind of, listen, he'll lose the next 10 fights and he'll still get booked to like upper card and RIZIN shows, you know. So I also think, you know, listen, and here's the thing, I agree with you. He's good, but the problem is I just think, I don't know. I think you just gotta go JTT, he's gotta go someplace else. I think that JTT is not a good camp. And the only guys that have been successful, not counting Kai Mikuru, is honestly Akimoto at this point. I think he's got to go someplace else. I think he's
special.
He's special, yeah. I think Akimoto could go to any camp and he still is going to be successful. But
he's special, yeah.
I think Hiroya less needs more deep, more like a different coaching environment. Like, you know what he should do? He should do what Shinryu, Kleber, Ushiku, all these guys, they all went to ATT. I think he should go to ATT, and I think he can actually I think he can get better that way.
Wasn't he rolling around with Billy Bigelow and stuff? And they were going around like Vegas and things like that, right? I just could have swore he was in Vegas. I saw him a little bit out there, right?
Yeah. I don't think Billy Bigelow is a positive coach for him. Apart from the fact that, like, I think that here's the thing, Billy Bigelow doesn't speak Japanese. Kondo, I'm sure, doesn't speak a lot of English. So, I mean, already there, like, you have a language barrier with training. So it's like, I don't,
he's probably just taking him around the UFC areas, you know what I mean? And taking him to like the PI and shit, showing him like, hey, dude, this is what your life could be like, bro.
So, oh my God, Kondo's getting so much. Okay. Isha says Kondo needs to retire. Let's be honest. No one's so, okay. I wouldn't go that far, Isha, but here's the thing. He's popular and he's going to sell tickets even with an under 500 record. So, see, that's the thing. See, this is the thing is at RIZIN will put on, if you sell tickets, doesn't matter how shitty of a fighter you are, and your friends in Mikuru, you're going to be booked until that stops happening.
Entertaining, dude. His fights are entertaining. He's just missing something mentally, dude. He just needs a couple big wins somewhere, like some KOs or something, some finishes. Do a lot for his confidence.
Billy Biggs Hiroya's Eugene Landy. What am I missing with that reference? Who's Eugene Landy? Am I missing something with that reference?
I'm not sure, dude. But I'm sure it's probably somebody that's like what's that guy that was training with Diego?
That guy. Oh, yeah,
just
Josh something.
Probably something like that, bro.
Yeah. Anisha, I saw your comment on but that ATT won't take him because he sucks. Listen, they'll take him because he's got a pro record. They'll take him. They'll take him. Listen, if they'll take Ushiku, Hiroya should be no. Well, they should take him. But I picked
There's
Catfish.
nothing wrong with Deep, dude. Fukada right there, bro. There's nothing wrong with Deep.
I picked
Nothing wrong
Catfish.
with Deep.
I picked Catfish as my choice for go to Deep.
So I was saying it was going to be them too, but it's the same thing with Bad Namazu, man. He's just too popular, and he puts on bangers too. But it could be something good with his confidence. You know what I mean? But he needs to do some strength and condition. I think that would do him well for being in that weight class, 135. Look at Jiang Yang to him.
Yeah. There are so many. There's so many names. Let's see. People put Catfish. People put Hiroya. People put Sudario. Tomizawa. Someone I know who put down Choi Torres. I know who put down Choi Torres. Here are two interesting names though. Here's two interesting names. I mean, I want to ask you about this, Knox. Black Panther Beinoa and Hagiwara.
What, dude? Okay, so we're gonna get to it, and it was very, very hard to pick fight of the year, but Hagiwara and Akimoto got my runner-up for fight of the year. They're banger at Landmark. Insane. Hagiwara is it's the same, man. It's like a mental block. He seems to be improving at Tribe though.
Yeah, it's seriously, it's not a mental block. It's I don't know how to grapple block. Did you see that?
He did better.
His oh my god, who's the coach at Tribe? I'm forgetting his name already.
Who's the tip of my tongue, dude?
Oh god. Anyway, but he said that apparently
submitted Anderson Silva at Pride.
Yes. Oh my god, I was talking about this guy.
Ryo Chonin.
Yes. Ryo Chonin said that that Hagiwara did not know how to shrimp, and that was the first one. And shrimping is like the first thing that you learn jiu-jitsu day one.
GB1, bro.
But yeah, I know that I think Catfish really could benefit. Deep would match him with the right people, and he'd be able to just know where his people. I didn't know that Beinoa had so many fans. Chris Gusman is like, leave my Beinoa alone. Listen, Beinoa is good. Here's the thing. I don't think Beinoa needs so much that. The problem is that he's very chinny. That's something that I think that he's going to struggle with, is that this guy, he can knock you out, but man, he can get knocked out so easy as well. And I don't know, like, hyperbaric chamber. I don't know how you improve that, man. That's just something that
it's his stance is very upright, dude.
Yeah. He's got that kickboxing stance. He's got that kick rise stance that he just, I don't think he's ever gonna he can never shed that off, because it's just that's just how he's been fighting for, oh my god, for over a decade. So now we will get into the good stuff. So sub of the year, when I find it here, submission of the year. We had a lot of cool subs this year. So folks, I want to hear who your submission of the year was. Knox, I want to hear who you picked for submission of the year on the year of our Lord 2025.
For sure it was going to be Ando. Mine wasn't on this list though. Mine was Ando versus Gazanazde. So probably butchering his name. But the reason for that, is that propelled his career. He got that submission. Nobody was expecting him to pull that off. It looked like he was going to get run through, and he came ready, dude, prepared. He subbed him, and then next he goes up against Yang, and Yang, dude, was looking unstoppable right now. And look at what he did to him.
Yeah.
He went all the way to title eliminator match, dude, against Fukada.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, like, and especially, I'll say this: RIZIN doesn't really go viral in like MMA circles. Like, whenever I see like videos of finishes, whatever, it's always like one knows how to use that algorithm. But I actually got people who messaged me who said, "Hey, I just saw the that RIZIN rear naked choke finish that he on Yang," and they couldn't believe like that blood was like spurting out of his mouth.
Oh, dude, it was just insane.
Yeah, it was. That I think if it had just been a regular rear naked choke, it's nothing. But the blood coming out of his face, I think, also makes it, I don't, extra special. I don't know, extra
Their
memorable.
physiques, the difference in their physiques.
Oh my god, Yang is a big bantamweight man. You saw the difference between the size difference between those two. But oh my god,
Same
yeah.
thing
And
with
the
Gazanot. I can't say his name right now, bro.
Gazazade.
Yeah, dude, he was so huge to Ando, dude.
Yeah.
And he got him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. City Wi-Fi says Uncle Nakamura submitting Sakuraba after getting stomped in the face of soccer kick 3 weeks prior in deep is the most
That was
badass
badass.
shit. I can't believe that. Yes, yeah. That's he was in that featherweight tournament and just got mauled, and then comes back and submit. He was supposed to be the fight that he was supposed to lose. He was supposed to lose that fight. So AZ Ray says I icon victory, and Jay Wolf finally giving me credit. Yeah, that was my pick. Was Ando submitting Ji Young Yang. What did people pick? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people picked Ando versus Ji Young Yang.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people. The majority was was Ando submitting Ji Young Yang. So
smart people, bro.
Very, very smart people. Everybody who contributed to the Google form is a smart person. Even you.
High IQ keyboard warriors. Thank you.
Yes, yes. So let us get down to, I believe the next category will be knockout TKO of the year. Find it here. There we go. Definitely a lot to choose from. A lot to choose from this year. I want to hear your pick, Knox.
From my article on Substack, I did Ilkham Nazimov versus Satoshi just because it was ridiculous. He was so prepared, bro. He was so prepared. Shout out to Satoshi for still taking that fight, knowing that this guy's on a streak. He's dangerous as hell and still willing to perform. And these guys did no filling out process. If you go watch that fight, look at the blows they throw immediate off the rip. Satoshi calf kicks the hell out of him, kicks Nazimov off his feet. Then they just exchange power shots. And then he just knew he was just going to time him on that shot, dude. But yeah, Nazimov for sure, dude.
I think also
Insane.
what also is that I don't know how much preparation Nazimov. Well, first of all, he was practicing that knee in the back. Sure. But if you looked at how Satoshi has fought all his last fights, he's kind of has done the same thing when he hasn't knocked out his opponents, like we did with Gustavo. I'll put Juan B. Keen there, but when he'll go for the takedown after a few shots, and that was just muscle memory on Nazimov's part. It really was. Curious to hear. Do you hope those two get a rematch or?
Oh, for sure. I hope it's an instant rematch so they can actually have at least a full training camp to prepare against each other. I mean, he's had Satoshi's had a 5-year reign. It's only right. You know what I mean? Let him run it right back. And then Nomura can get winner because I'm sure he's still recovering off that ACL. I would love to see them run it back as soon as possible.
City Life says Satoshi is my close second, but the Anderson Silva kick that Nazimov did the knee is what was his favorite. Jay Wolf, of course, says Fukuda's Stomp TKO, but you see, here's the thing, that wasn't what finished the fight, though. Technically, it was the punch that knocked him out. Unfortunately, Chris Cushman says that KO of the year is Mikuru being stretchered out. That if there was a category for me, ground and pound, it would certainly be that. It would be that. Also, maybe worst referee as well, maybe for not stopping that.
He was probably like in a bad spot though. He was like, "Fuck, dude, I don't know, bro. Do I end it because I don't want? There's probably a lot of money on this shit, dude. You know what I mean?" He's like, "I'm gonna give him a chance to at least try to get out of it." You know what I mean?
Listen, I'll give you this. Chris Cushman says, "Honorable mention Yama versus Kanehara." That definitely was. That was a brutal knockout of.
We'll talk about that later.
Oh,
talk about that one later.
City Life Project. Me dying literally shaved years off my life. coming from you who stays up on a regular basis to watch Deep and Shuto and Pancreas, I listen. If those aren't killing you, those aren't killing years off. This does. Oh man, oh man. I now have gray hairs because of Suguruni's downfall. Oh, hilarious. Let's see what the what the people in the forum said. Let's see. Majority is Nazimov Satoshi. No, majority is not Nazimov Satoshi. We do have some Yamans, Kanehara's in there. One Shay taking Mikuru Soul, but it's been mostly, yeah, most people agree. Listen, is it recency bias? It might be, I think. But I think if that had happened like in April, do you think it'll still be as memorable, or you think this is more of a recency bias, Knox?
I just think it was just special, dude, to pull off an upset like that. So I definitely think that's why that one gets a nod. You know what I mean? Just like, whoa, dude. And short notice, you know what I mean? He was super short notice, what, like 13 days to
Yeah.
move up a weight class? Special.
So Zambibor, I would like to give that but my problem is that Case missed weight, and I think that is unfair to give him credit for a knockout for a fight that he came in overweight at. I just think that's my problem. You know, it doesn't impress me that Alex Perez knocks out Charles Johnson when he 4 pounds or 3 pounds overweight. I think it's such a make weight, but don't kill yourself like that poor guy did at the weigh-ins this past weekend. So next category, let's see what we got. Okay. So female fighter of the year, aka Japanese female fighter of the year. So this is it's fair to listen. If you don't want to pick Izawa, that's fine. I get it. There were other fighters like Machi, I think, who showed good. Her competition wasn't as high as Izawa's, but I was still, she still showed dominance. Hey, listen, Kate Lotus as well, I think, showed a lot better stuff this year than she has in her previous years as fighting. If you're a fan of listen, Miura, Chihiro, Sawada, you can say them as well. Female fight of the year, Knox. Who is it and why is it Izawa? If you picked her,
exactly, dude. Machi's up there though, man. She did really well this year, but Izawa is just the way that she's winning fights is different to what Dana White says are elite women's fighters. You know what I mean? She's going in there for the kill, bro. You know what I mean? She's initiating it. She's very aggressive. And she's not like what is it, like Karate Hottie style distance away from her opponent where like she's throwing these kicks that she knows isn't gonna land. You know what I'm saying? She's closing the distance. She's bringing the fights to them, and then like her hands have improved, although she's crazy for wanting to go in a striking match with Reina. You know, I'm sure we'll talk about that later. But her hands have improved a lot. But when the ground hit, when she takes her opponents to the ground, bro, it's just it's art. The way that she just dismantles them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Despite what your thoughts are on Izawa personally, listen, I'm not the biggest fan of her personality. I don't think a lot of people are, but I can't deny that she's a stud. Or I don't know what a stud is. I don't know what
about that too. What's up with that, dude? Because I feel like when she first appeared on the scene, she wasn't being this personality that she is. Something about like maybe someone in her, maybe she got like a PR person in her ear at JTT and said, hey, you should play like a villain or something, or you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't seem genuine.
When Reina, I'm sorry, not Reina. When Izawa first started, she had this thing where she was kind of like doing like cutesy, kind of girly. I'm gonna cry every time I win thing.
Right.
That's when people started kind of like, you're crying after every win. Give me a break.
Maybe she was just grateful, but now she seems like she's a villain now, huh? She's playing into that or something.
Yeah. So then also all these things, she started also, I don't know if she intended it, but then she started maybe actually starting to be herself, and she started making all these comments about other fighters and all this stuff. There's also the other thing also that she also avoided for some time the Oshima fight. Either her or her management did, depending on who you ask, and the Reina fight as well. So there was a speculation that also that she was choosing easier competition rather than Reina or Oshima at the time. And she also was not defending her stuff in her belts in deep jewels. So she really did not. She didn't do a lot of things that would endure her. And then she started saying all that stuff in public. So yeah, that's kind of how it kind of shifted. It all came at once. It all came at once, really.
Yeah, it seemed like she got like it's not genuine. You know what I mean? If she would just go back to whatever it is that she is, because she's an absolute dominant fighter, dude. You know what I mean? And it was cool seeing her just be humble. You know what I mean? Doesn't it was cool to
Yeah.
see.
And
But
in
like you
fairness,
said, Oyama though, right? Or Kate Lotus, weren't they former training partners too?
yes. Yes.
Dude, all she
They
has
were
to
at
do, she's one win away from title elimination, dude.
yeah. Okay. Oh my god, there's so much comments about it. People not okay. City Life, you're praising Izawa, you're shitting on Machi. Okay, that's what I mistook that. What was it? You Isha called Machi the female Kondo Hiroya. What was it? Kobe Day says women have less fan tolerance for the trash. Izawa's trash talk is really tame. I would make the same comments about how Reina is approaching her career. And let's see. Drew, she also took up months off to let her early in the year. That was you talk about because I know she had the judo thing with the husband and she didn't fight for a while. And then
Or Koro.
are you talking about Koro? Oh, okay. Really? Off months for like Koro fight? Okay. The skill difference between those two is just so enormous. I can't believe it. It's like I don't know how. Anyway,
Yeah.
does she have the power and tolerance to move up in weight? I don't think Izawa. Oh god. I would say in Japan, yeah. I think every top 10 UFC fighter who's at straw weight destroys her though.
But why would she move up? You know what I mean? I say stay at your weight. I think she's good at the weight that she's at now. I don't think she's large enough to move up. That'd be dangerous.
Well, she went through everybody. The only two people she hasn't fought, she hasn't fought Machi, who could go down, but go down for whatever reason.
Machi and if Lotus wins, yeah.
Oh, Lotus. But I don't think that's gonna be a hard fight to sell because it's just like the one fight you can
former
do
teammates
is Syohei Ham, who got released from one a few months ago, but so we may not happen because who knows? We haven't. You would think that'd be the fight to make because Ham never lost her title, never lost. She vacated to go to one. So yeah, who knows? Who knows?
But they're also sparking like this new generation of women fighters too. Like look at Noelle, you know what I mean? Look at all these other people that are gonna be. There's gonna be a bunch of killers, dude. Like the game just keeps evolving, and newer, younger people just keep coming. So they're people will be showing up, dude. I'm sure.
So for atomweight, the skill level is kind of like this. So Izawa's up here, and then you kind of have like the B mid-level ones, like the Reinas, Oshimas. I'll put Kate Lotus in there as well. Kate Lotus, whoever. Then you have people that are below that who are quite honestly, they're not that good, and they have like under 500 records or even records. So yeah. That's
also I was gonna say what about all these badass wrestlers too, like from the Olympic team, dude? You don't think? I bet you Nobuyuki's trying to convince them, like, hey,
yeah, but all the other that's true. The other thing also is that a lot of them are going to pro wrestling. A lot of them are choosing pro wrestling. There's a lot of money in pro wrestling and Japanese pro wrestling. What was the biggest wrestling star right now? Saya Kamatani is selling out arenas. There's kind of like a little rejuvenation of Syuri Kondo, who was in UFC, went to pro wrestling, and so you kind of have that as well.
A lot of money in this shit.
We'll see. When one goes under or their MMA entirely closes now, you'll have some atom weights to choose from there. Listen, if RIZIN chooses one atom weight from one when they close up their MMA division, they should go after Itsuki Harada. That is
I
the
knew you were
big
going to
one.
say that.
Yes, yeah, she is the one that they should go after.
Well, Kashimura's already in RIZIN, so
Exactly, yeah. So yeah,
it'll be
yeah,
easy.
yeah, exactly. Yes, already one in there. Moving on, male fighter of the year. We had quite a number of great male fighters this year. So I my pick is obvious. Shaduliev, just pure dominance. Your thoughts, Knox?
Well, I have a lot to talk about Hito Masa, but we'll talk about that later. But absolutely, Shea Duliev, just the reign that he's having, man. You know what I mean? Just straight finishes, just destroying. You know what I mean? He just pulls up like it's nothing, bro. He's so calm. He's so chill. He's out there smiling the whole time as he's walking down, making his entrance. Like, I'm about to pull up on old boy right now. Like, come on, dude. This guy's insane. He's like a Michael Jordan type of fighter at this level already. He's only 25. And just the way he's running through other grown ass men is insane, bro.
Oh, I think also I didn't say it, but if it wasn't obvious, majority of people picked Izawa as female fighter of the year. So I totally forgot to say it, but that wasn't obvious anyway. Yes, here's the crazy thing about Shaduliev is just how he is finishing people. Even at this point, fighters start to go all. He hasn't even gone to the third round in a pro fight. That eventually does happen, but hasn't. And then people will like say, "Oh, this guy, he's not a good striker," but yet he's not guys so fast, and like he's like I just can't figure out like what is it that he's doing that is just usurping everybody else. It's listen, we know that Khabib would just use that sambo wrestling whatever. The Khabib block stuff, and that's how we figured that out pretty easily. But Shaduliev is just, I don't know, like this guy's just doing, I don't know, like he's excelling at everything, and it's just like, I don't want to say it's like the basic stuff that he's doing, but he's just doing it at such a more powerful rate. It just, yeah.
For sure, dude. It's a number of things, in my opinion. It's the fact that look how he lives compared to these other guys. These other guys are living like in Tokyo. You know what I mean? These other guys are coming from big cities and stuff. This guy's a literal mountain man, bro. That makes a human hardened. I'll tell you that, bro. Living in nature and stuff like that. Hard times. He's a man, bro. That's a man. You know what I mean? A man isn't someone that dresses nice and stuff. A man is a man, bro. He fixes shit. You know what I mean? He's a man, bro. So that difference right there. Plus, he's so well rounded, and then his IQ is high because he doesn't play to your strengths. You saw like they could say what they want about his striking, but you see how smart he played against Mikuru. He knew Mikuru had dangerous hands, bro. So he just did enough to close the distance and force the takedown. He wasn't like how Patty the Batty just did last night. And why would you exchange with one of the most violent lightweights you've ever seen? You know what I mean? When you have a size advantage. You know what I'm saying? Raj Bahali's not doing that, dude. His IQ is just too high. He just knows when it's time to go for a takedown. He knows when it's time to blend things. Look at that fight that he had with Kubo. You know what I mean? He struck with him just enough to get Kubo to want to plant his feet, and then he shot. So he's smart, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and no, it's just like, and the fact that I think the fact that he's finishing people so quickly, it just
taking no damage,
taking no. Yeah, it's gonna be when they when they do. I want to know like how much ring time he's actually has had, for like in RIZIN, because it can't be like. I know he went to the second round of Kubo. But by this point, it's got to be less than 15 minutes of total, maybe even just like a dozen minutes at this point.
I'm sure, dude. I'm sure. And
okay.
With Kubo, the only time he looked tired is he just looked a little gassed after he was destroying him. You know what I mean? That's the only time I've seen a weakness.
I think he wasn't even getting. I think he kind of felt bad destroying me. He was like, he kind of wanted
His
to
knuckles
stop.
probably hurt, dude.
Yeah. And he's waiting for the referee to stop. And I think he just started kind of like stopping because he thought the referee was just going to come in. And then, but the referee was like, nope, I have money on this fight. Mikuru still has a chance. And then, I think but the Klesnik fight impressed me the most because I thought, okay, this is going to be the first real test. Kleber, listen, Kleber's never been a striker, so I knew he was going to strike with Kleber. But the Klesnik fight was like, yeah, that Klesnik fight really showed me a lot about him.
Sure, dude.
I'm seeing so many people arguing in the fucking chat. Okay, listen, I would have picked Ogi Kubo. Ogi Kubo had a fucking mental run this year. The fact that he's still doing it this day and age, all that stuff. The only reason why I didn't personally pick him was because Shadulyev finished all the opponents. But if Shadulyev wasn't in this category, I would have picked Ogi Kubo.
Sure.
And Isha, Isha, I know that you said that Matoya should be there over here if we're looking at the year, not recency bias. Matoya had a great year. I know he looks great still. He had the close fight of Inoue, I know. He had a competitive fight with Okukubo. He beat he went through Shinryu and Hiroya. That's the problem. He beat Hiroya, and I was like, Hiroya has like skill level is so below him. And I know you said that Shadulyev. I think I knew it was going to be Kleber, but the fight was still kind of like a what if Kleber can submit this guy. And the Mikuru fight was probably the weakest fight of all of them because I knew he was going to murder Mikuru. So, but Matoya, if I gave a runner up that wasn't a champion, I would definitely say Matoya. I would say Matoya, Isha. So please don't hate me. I think it's a fucking straight stop. Makes zero sense. Again, but he didn't, he had a great run this year, but I don't think it's a fighter of the year level.
No, I agree with you, dude. He did have a hell of a run, but we'll talk more about Hitomasa, I'm sure, because I have something to say about him, but we'll get there.
Here's the thing. You say Sabatello, J-Wolf. Here's the thing. He had two close fights, one that he arguably lost, and that's the Sato fight, if we're going by RIZIN judging, and the close fight with Inoue, which he barely won. The Ota fight, he was lay levels above Ota. So I cannot give him credit based on how close he came to losing to Sato and Inoue. If the judges if the judges tend to vote in favor of foreigners and split decisions in RIZIN anyway, usually, historically. So yeah, I don't want he was gifted the Sato fight. The Inoue fight I'll give him, but it's definitely not Fighter of the Year material at all. My God. Nazimov, listen, he only had 2 wins. The Satoshi win, which was a great win, and this knee win. He was levels above knee. So I personally wouldn't pick him. But it's still, he had a great his one, if he had one fight this year and that was the only fight he had against Satoshi, listen, that one fight, fucking amazing. Fucking amazing fights. Anyway. Everybody, or I should say everybody. Okay. What is this? Some people pick Joji Goto. Some people pick Akimoto. Shadulyev was the one that most people voted on. Okay. Okay. Someone wrote Max Yoshida jokes. Shadulyev. Okay. So, okay. And then someone put Takao Ueda. No, J-Wolf. So Dokken has no argument for Fighter of the Year than over Ogi Kubo. He absolutely does not. Absolutely does. First of all, he won the GP, but he didn't win the championship. He also laid on three of his opponents. Hold on. Marek, Ueda. Yeah. No. Ogi Kubo is a much better fighter than Sodakin. And that
DWCS legend.
Yeah, a DW. Yeah.
Oh,
a fight that he lost, by the way, as well. Okay. Moving on, folks. Moving on. Let's see what is next on the list. Fight of the Year. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. So fight of the year. I want to hear your pick, Knox. I think you already said it before, but I forgot about it already.
No, no, no. I was gonna say because I had to go against. It was difficult to pick, dude. But for me, it was Yaman versus Kanahara. That was just a back and forth banger. That was fight of the year for me. And the way that he finished him at the end, yeah, dude, he was so like they gave it their all. He was like throwing up in the ring and everything. Yaman, that was insane. But runner up, I would have said Hagiwara versus Akimoto. That was such a banger, dude. But for sure, Yaman Kanahara for me, dude. That was violence.
No, that was a great
That
fight.
knee that he ate, dude. Oh
yes. Extra emphasis on the fact that Yaman threw up in a bucket right after. So
that's
and also
giving it your all, bro.
Kanahara also, considering former kickboxer, the way that he also has excelled in MMA, might be right now best kickboxer to RIZIN MMA fighter at this point. I would say
Kanahara was just a vet too. It's dangerous for a young man to take on a vet that has so much experience. So, Yaman is newer to MMA, so that was a huge win. That was fight of the year for me.
City Life Project. Jay Knox.
My guy.
For the record, Mr. War maybe replace Yaman versus Kanehara versus with Genji. First of all, I said you should replace Fukuda with Ando because I thought Fukuda versus Ando was way too one-sided to be considered a fight of the year. I think that Yaman versus Kanehara was a great fight, but yes, I picked Umeno versus Catfish because it was a crazy fight. We had white belt shitty grappling, which I love. We had just back and forth, just throwing. Umeno but Umeno is my favorite kickboxer to MMA guy. He went from this shitty, boring kickboxer to this exciting MMA fighter. And listen, win or lose, Catfish is always putting it on. So credit to him. I've watched that fight at least 3 or 4 times. Yeah. I think also if you look at all these, you see the difference of fights. Sorry, J Wolf. No, Ogi Kubo versus Matoya was a great fight as well. An incredible fight.
Banger.
Yes. If you look at people picked, if you look at Fukuda versus Ando as well, just also, it was kind of a big what if fight as well. I like that. It's a big what if fight. Dalbeck versus Chihiro Suzuki as well. Great fight. Great fight as well. Sorry, what was that?
That was top 3 for me.
Definitely top 3. Ito versus Laramie, which unfortunately, I think people may have forgotten because it happened at the beginning of the year, unfortunately. But that was a great fight. That really showed,
that was a banger.
Like, the fact that Laramie just kept taking all that shit from Ito and not going down, and just an incredible fight. Oh man, I'm trying to think of
dude, the stakes with Yaman and Kanehara was just too high. Like Kanehara was going to retire. Yaman was fighting in front of his girl. I don't know if he's going to be with her or not, but
I don't know. I don't know. Well, she's no longer hostess anymore. I don't know if they're together though. That's the thing. They always I always hear that they're not together, then they're together. I don't know. I'm always hearing different things.
He's a wild man, bro. What are you doing dating cabaret dancers or whatever, bro? He's wild. He's crazy.
I know.
Go to church, bro. Find you a church girl.
By the way, J Wolf, I see you shit talk Okubo. You will give all the credit to Sodakin because he lost a fight by DQ and Dana White Contender Series, even though Ogi Kubo was one of the first people to beat Pantoja and made it to the finals of Ultimate Fighter. So you're gonna give Sodakin one big all the credit in the world due to one shitty fight in Dana White Contender oh my god, I can't even speak Contender Series, and not show the same love to Ogi Kubo, who J Wolf. If you go on Tapology, it says DQ. So he lost that fight. So, and you're not gonna give Ogi Kubo the credit that he did on Ultimate Fighter. Give me a break. Still love you though. Still love you. I think. Oh yeah. Also, we have some event of the year things as well. let's go over that category. Knox, what do you think was an event of the year for you?
New Year's Eve for sure. There was a bunch of great ones for sure. There was a bunch of bangers all the way around. But New Year's Eve, man, something about that event is just special, dude. Every New Year's Eve, dude, was just special, and this one was no different. That like you said, dude, Ogi Kubo versus Matoya. I posted it in my review of the on Substack for the New Year's Eve show. That was fight of the night, dude. That fight was a banger. Satoshi getting dethroned. Shea Duliev hitting another level, another sellout, 40,000 plus. It was huge. It was huge. Gigantic event.
By the way, I didn't read the for fight of the year. It basically came down to most. It was kind of evens out between Suzuki and Doubtbeck and Ito versus Laramie. I see Suara versus Akimoto here as well. That was a good fight as well.
That was my second. Yeah, it was good.
Yaman and Kanehara, sorry, also that's also here as well. Who put wait, what does that say? Somebody put Ueda versus Vinicius. I'm not kidding,
trolling, bro.
They gotta be trolling. They gotta be trolling.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Only one. So there was somebody here who put Soldakin Anula, and I know exactly who that was. So, yeah. Anyway, for event of the year, yeah, I picked New Year's Eve as well. I think it was the culmination of just a great overall show. If you want to say there was one bad fight, Doubtbeck, Kubo, whatever, fine. But I think everything else.
And it was shaping up to be phenomenal too, dude.
Yes. Yeah. I know. So obviously, most people in this thing here picked. They went between Matsuri 50, Super RIZIN 4. Here's the thing: the only reason why I don't pick Matsuri, it was way too long of a show, and I think there was way too many mismatches. If you look at the fights that were on Otoko Matsuri, like Asahisa, you had the 3 opening fights: Ueda, Vinicius, all that. Asahisa versus Usa Strong should never have been on that show. I don't care that Usa worked for Fuji TV, but that fight was such an embarrassing mismatch.
Remember the thumbnail? He's like running.
Yes,
he's like running away.
That's the best thing to come out of that fight. That's the best thing to come out of that fight. You also had some of the awful heavyweight fights on that show as well. Listen, I definitely think that you have like the highs in that show were really good, but then like the Mikro Clever fight was a very close fight as well. So I don't think it's a bad show. I think it might border on overrated. I think, but I just have to go like, New Year's Eve was like, I would almost call it a perfect show. This is the type of show that I would show others.
The stakes were high. The production was high. The pre-fight packages were great. You know what I mean?
People mentioned that in the
rapport.
Yeah, people are mentioning that in the comments. So that opening ceremony, and I wish RIZIN would just upload it to their YouTube channel. I don't think they have, but I wish they would upload it because it is so. Did you hear that they were going to originally just do a pre-recorded or like a not pre-recorded, but what was it called? Like, what do you call it when like the singers like over
lip singing?
Yeah, it was gonna be like a dub thing.
Mm-hmm.
The orchestra was like, no, we could do it live. They're like, we could do it live, fuckers or whatever Bill O'Reilly said.
Dude, no, that's the right way to do it too, man. Because like I said, we go back in our history, dude. We used to build cathedrals and create orchestral symphonies, bro. And now we live in square boxes. We work in square boxes, and we listen to mumble rap, bro. You know what I'm saying? This was epic, bro. This was high IQ.
Yeah,
it was beautiful, bro.
I liked it because the Otoko Matsuri opening was great. It was a great nostalgia thing but that's what to me was a nostalgia thing for like Pride, whatever, 10 years,
For sure.
whatever. But I like the New Year's Eve one was something different, something we haven't seen in a long time. The last time I remember a orchestra, I know KSW did an orchestra, but I'm not counting that. The last time I remember a Japanese organization was I think it was K1 for one of their, for what is it? I forgot their big, the K Festa. It was a K Festa for, I think it was right when the pandemic happened. They did they had an orchestra for that show, and I don't remember another one happening for a show since like Pride or something. It had to be a long time. So here's an update on Nijiho. T-san says Nijiho's as a hostess girl has moved from one bar to another, but she works at a bar now called Jungo Tokyo. People are saying,
stay away, yeah, man.
Yes, stay away. New Year's Eve. Super Anime King, who went to my panel at Anime NYC. I'll have an announcement about another panel coming up soon as well. It's hard to decide, but but it was a home run for RIZIN. Yeah, I wish you'd upload the pre-fight videos, but unfortunately, music copyright is a bitch. Unfortunately,
I know. Hey, they did do the one for Mikuru Sheiduliav on the most recent confessions. The most recent confessions is all about the main event, and they did play that pre-fight package. It was incredible, bro. That note that he was writing, it goes into real good detail, and it was really well done. It's like a movie, dude.
Yes, yeah. Also, I also the video package, like that whole history of just RIZIN was also great as well. So, let's see what is. I think that maybe that is all the categories, I think. Oh, let me see what people. Oh yeah, Ray said that Super RIZIN, all that stuff. Let me see if I
story of the year, dude, for sure.
Best opening ceremony. Most people picked. Let's see, 53% picked RIZIN. The New Year's Eve. 46% picked Otoko Matsuri. Also overall score for RIZIN, it was a tie between 8 and 7. Let me see what other numbers. Few people said it was is that a 9? Let me see. Yeah, a 9 as well. I'm sorry.
Get anything for story of the year by chance? Like who had the best story of the year in people's opinion?
Yeah. Thank you for doing that. Okay, so story of the year. That was in one of the new categories. We did get ready to learn deep. Best story. There we are. Best story of the year. Let's see. King Seal didn't make one for that. Okay, but anyway, for story of the year, I just had it right here. I like Korea versus Japan. I like that World Series where they kind of played off Korea versus Japan. I thought that was a great way to sell the card. Man, yeah, I hope if we get a World Series again, they kind of do something like the next show kind of has something like that, but it feels less, I guess, promoted that way. But
yeah,
the World Series so in Korea last year really like that made me like legitimately like, okay, I'm looking forward to like see how this pans out.
For sure.
How about you, Knox?
Best story of the year for me, it was close. I have to split that one too, but it was gonna be Ogi Kubo, dude, because of what he did, the way that he did it. If you watch that confessions video when he's up there with Soya and Nobuyuki is talking to him, and he's like, "You can perform a lot better. I know you can." You know what I mean? And dude, he took the hardest route. He fought Shorty Torres first. Nobody wanted to fight Shorty Torres. He took him out. He said, "You got to go, bro." He took the hardest route to the title. Then he went on to Ali Beck. Nobody wanted to fight him. And he dominated him. He was even like the underdog, and he dominated him. And then he goes to fight Matoya, and he doesn't even use his grappling. He bangs with him, dude. He stepped his boxing level up, and he just took the hardest path to the title, dude, and it was great. He hit another level at the age that he's at. He just hit another level. So to me, he has story of the year. Second story of the year is just Mikuru, the resurrection of Mikuru, what he did, because whether he won them all or not, he's good for the sport. Look at how many times they sold out, dude. 40,000 plus. You know what I'm saying? He brought hype to it. He has crazy amount of aura. And look at how many of the youth he's inspiring, dude. Like, look at Akimoto. Akimoto, like, Akimoto's dad looked up to Mikuru, and look at what it is doing to Akimoto now. Akimoto is probably going to be next, dude. That's the most. He has the most potential out of anybody. He just needs to get a little bit more mature in his physique. He's just a little bit small for his because he's young. You know what I mean? His bones aren't as dense as like Shea Duliev yet, but he has all the potential, bro. But story of the year, Hitomasa, I got you, bro. You didn't get finishes, but you had a hell of a story and a hell of a route to the title, dude.
I hate that there's this modern idea that if a thing goes to a decision, it's a bad fight. I don't know how that ever started, but that is like a modern MMA thing. I absolutely hate. You know what was a decision? With Patty versus Justin, and that was a great fight. So, I think the first Rory versus Waller fight was also a decision as well. One of the greatest fights as well. Mark Hunt versus Bigfoot as well. Yeah, this idea that like I don't know when this idea that like decisions became a bad thing. There are bad decisions and there's also bad finishes as well. I just don't like that there's a lot of City Life Frog says it's casual UFC fans. Okay. Oh my god. We're getting so many. Okay. City Life Frog says, my man, yes, best co-host. So that earns you another spot again. No, Knox. Kobe Day says 15 watching live. This is like Aki Bono versus Bob Sapp numbers.
We got to start somewhere, bro.
Yep. City Life at the Flyweight Grand Prix was an amazing story. Shows that age doesn't matter. Heart and skill still can prevail. Was so proud of the Unks who made it to the finals.
Bro, he pulled up on the hard. He went the hardest route, bro. Incredible run.
Says Nelk Boys fans sucks. Okay.
Oh, bro, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started with these influencers.
But let's see. I'm curious. Let's see. These are interesting. No known weaknesses. Shaduliev, the Tokyo comeback, heavyweight. I know who that was. Kate Lotus, Ilkham Nazimov winning the championship. This was funny. Mikuru sending spies to Shaduliev. About that whole thing, right? Right?
Yeah, I heard about it.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that is.
At the end of that RIZIN Confessions that just came out, that was when Shea Duliev went to go talk to Mikuru. Mikuru was laying down. He was like, "Hey, translate this for me, please." I did not send the spy over to your account, bro. I promise you, he was telling him that.
Let's see. Yaman and Nijiho's love story. Yaman Kanehara changing of the guard or heel Izawa. The slop fest of the heavyweight Grand Prix. Ogikubo belt, Mikuru's return after the Hiramoto loss. So a lot of great stories in 2025. Sodakin winning the heavyweight Grand Prix and being baited would absolutely have not been a story deal. Sorry. So yeah.
Oscar nominated Ryan Bader, bro.
Oscar nominated. That movie got one Oscar nomination. It wasn't for acting. Like that even surprised me. I thought at least was it Emma Stone who was the wife? I thought she would at least get a nomination.
It's hard for me to like all these new movies, bro. It's like, you know what I mean?
Well, because
it's difficult, dude.
90% of them are dog shit anyway, so you're not missing anything.
Bugonia was check out Bugonia if you guys want to watch something new that was actually decent. Because like you said, most of them suck.
I got a copy of Begonia. I'm definitely gonna watch that in Mari Supreme at some point.
You'll like that.
Okay, that one I'm looking forward to. Question: do you want to do rapid fire predictions? Do you want to do our RIZIN resolutions next? Knox, what would you prefer?
Your call, bro. Do whatever you run.
Okay, I had the form up here, so let's do the RIZIN resolution. So I like to do something where, as fans of the promotion RIZIN, listen, they do some great things, they do some bad things, they do whatever. Say, this to pick 3 things that you want to see RIZIN do or not do in the year of 2026, and it could be anything from, I don't know, and this guy, or never have this guy fight again, or only God forbid you said like have only in a cage or something, or do a crossover with UFC or whatever. But
for sure,
I want to hear your RIZIN resolutions of the for 2026 that you want to see RIZIN do or not do.
I took a couple notes, bro. I want to see more content like docu-series for sure. So keep it up, keep the docu-series going. The RIZIN preparations is phenomenal. The confessions is phenomenal. Keep doing more translations to those too, like English translations. That's going to be great. Keep those docu-series up. I really like that. Keep building out the roster. Look at the featherweight roster is stacked, bro. Killers everywhere. Don't let Uncle Dana poach. Show the market for Japan being untapped, bro, because some of these UFCs, they blow people's little Zika heads. They're selling 15,000, 18,000 tickets. It's like, dude, RIZIN's selling 40,000 plus, dude. You know what I mean? That market is untapped, dude. So keep doing that. Keep putting on these great promotions. Expanding. Look, they finally got out of Japan. They did some shows in other places. I only see upside from there. And then RIZIN, reach out to me and Andrew. We'll help you bridge the gap to the West. You know what I'm saying? We're going to help bridge the gap from East to West. We're here for you. Reach out to us. We could have great discourse like we're doing right now. Look at all these people in the chat. Look at this. This is lovely. Nothing but momentum moving forward.
Isha, it says, I don't even watch movies TV anymore, just fights. One day you're going to die on a stream, Isha. And it's going to happen. It will one day happen, unfortunately.
There's nothing good to watch anymore, bro.
Oh, Sam, this is Knox. He's in our Discord. He's the one who also posts the Reddit things, those nice long discussions on RIZIN and Reddit.
I have to go Substack now, dude, because Reddit was just too crazy.
Yeah. Buffalo says RIZIN in Central Asia 2026. Okay. So for my RIZIN resolutions, here's what I want. And I'm curious if you will agree or disagree with this. I want to see fighters get a 2 to 3 fight a year guarantee. I'm kind of tired of the one fight they do with some fighters where it's just like they book them for one, and because they either want they're bringing them to lose or whatever. Of UFC structure, but I think the 2 to 3 I think is RIZIN Bakersfield 2026. Captain, sorry. Was it that I want to see, because one of the things that was great in 2025 was we got to see guys who got big momentum after great wins. Shaduliev, for sure. Ando being the biggest one. And if you're not doing GPs, there's no who do you. It's kind of like a question mark of when the person will fight again. But like when I see Ando, what they did with Ando, I want to see that capitalizing on people who get these big wins in their fights. That's what I want to see. I think 2 to 3 fights, I think, is a fair thing. Even if the person's being brought in to lose. Like, here's the thing. So when Claire Lopez had her fight with Reina, she was brought in under a contract. But then when she beat Reina, they were like, okay, let's have her fight Izawa. So she got another fight. I want the one fight kind of deal to kind of go away.
She put on some good fights too.
Yeah, I kind of want that. Circumstances, notwithstanding injuries, whatever. But I think 2 to 3 fights a year is the best thing that can possibly I would really like to see. I guess if they could also offer $100,000 for finish bonuses, I guess that's another thing as well. But in due time. Okay, number 2 is I'm tired of judging and rules seemingly changing every year. They're being changed again this year. Do you know about that, Knox?
I seen some rumblings on the internets, but I don't know too much about it.
So now they're gonna be going to a weird combination of unified and overall judging. And before that, damage was nerfed as a way to, like, okay, for that Pitbull Nomura fight. Do you know that Nomura did not win on damage at all? None of the judges gave him any damage points. It was all on general. That's crazy. Despite,
and that's
Pitbull,
because
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say that fight was actually a banger, but not till the 3rd round because it seemed like Pitbull didn't want to get hit, and then when he finally started bleeding, he was just like, "Oh, fuck it, I'm bleeding now. Let's bang." You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, that's wild to hear that.
He won entirely on generalship. So I know City Life Project, you don't like the, no, I'm talking about judging, not rules. Not rules. Not I I'm just I I think they should just go back to damage being the thing to judge and overall for a fight. But I feel like RIZIN but will soon go unified judging, unfortunately. And
No.
sooner rather than later. Not rules, but judging.
Yeah.
I fear. And then my last one is I want to see less severe mismatches. I want to like. Do we need?
I
Do we
thought you
need?
would say less Nelk Boys type people, bro.
Please, yes, yes. But I want to see less Pisas versus Usas, knees versus Nazimovs. You know, very rare occasions. You know, like putting Izawa against that Argentinian. Remember that? Remember that fight
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the New
yeah.
Year's Eve? Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like, I feel like a lot of there's gotta be a time. There's a time and place, but I feel like RIZIN is at a point where they can't do that anymore. If you want to be a little bit more seriously.
Right.
So
But a lot of things too is just that they don't have that the exposure is getting better. You know what I
the
mean? They're
exposure,
getting more exposure. So now people are gonna see like look at Nazimov winning the belt. He's a
yes,
foreigner. Shea Duliev winning the belt. He's a foreigner. That's just only gonna be better for them, dude. You know what
yes.
I mean?
So I'll read some of the responses for that we got in the Google form. Import strong fires for Shadulia's Universal Automatic Title Shop. Avoid the clever rematch at Akimoto. Same goes for Nazimov because Satoshi will be out in the first half. Rebook the heavyweight title of Outbater. And make title fights 5 rounds. What do you think about that? Making title fights 5 rounds.
I think that with the rule set, dude, you kind of really don't need to. You know what I mean? The rule set's pretty violent, dude. It's
Yeah.
usually there's way more finishes more
Mm-hmm.
than anything. Because if they make it 5 rounds, I don't know. I don't know if they'll try to make it like a decision type fest. You know what I mean? Like I need
Yeah.
to be ready for 5 rounds. Although the 5 rounder with Ren Hiramoto and Mikuru is obviously a good idea because
Yeah.
those guys had bad blood. I
Well,
guess it really
also,
depends, dude.
I think they only did that because they thought it was going to go 5 rounds. Because they thought that fight would go 5 rounds because neither of them had any finishes at that
And I just
point.
think
And then
that they
again,
had bad blood, bro. They were like, just hash it out.
yeah.
Hash it out in the ring, bro. You got 5 rounds.
Uh, Less heavies, yes, for male strawweights, more events. Let's see, more Grand Prix with one night Grand Prix finals. That's never going to happen ever again. Unfortunately,
Much damage.
multiple.
That good times though. Good times.
Uh, mhm. More multiple World Series events. Again, that's likely not going to happen. And SRE finish bonuses. Um, I
Superior
think a
rule set.
finish, yeah, superior rule set. Let's see. Okay, someone wrote 3 times. Do not allow UFC to come back to Japan. Um, I got so from the Japanese. I got responses from Japanese fans as well. So then
Nice.
here's what one of them said. The prices are too high. I think that's for tickets. I think he might be talking. They may be
For
talking about
UFC
Japanese
or for RIZIN?
RIZIN. Japanese pay-per-view is too expensive. 7,500 yen for December 31st, New Year's Eve is too much. Number and landmark was 2,500 yen. Super RIZIN and New Year's Eve, 3,000 yen. Would be I see. Super RIZIN New Year's Eve, 3,000 yen would be appropriate. That more people could easily subscribe and maximize the public exposure of RIZIN without a national TV network. Wants also a opening promo for Landmark 2, and okay to have many fights in one event. So, I mean, here's the thing. I can't speak on the prices. But I do know they are expensive for in terms of Japanese, the yen versus dollar.
Right.
We pay $20 for it. So, or sometimes we even get them for free. So, I'm not gonna
First
say
pay-per-view. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm not gonna say like oh, I don't sympathize. But listen, the other thing is that the bigger the show, if Miku's on a show, it's going to be 7,500 yen. Listen, I'm all for cutting prices of things because that will always open the door no matter what.
Mhm.
So Listen, if RIZIN can do that, I'm totally fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. Let me see. Oh, let me go back. Let's see. Better matchmaking, quality control. I don't want to see small. Don't put small fights on big cards. Work the game more international recognition. I don't see any more heavyweight bouts. No more heavyweight bouts. Okay. No bum international heavyweights. Hagiwara versus Ren. Winner gets Mikuru. More content on RIZIN TV. That's always going to be an issue because here's the thing: Japanese companies love to hold their own shit. They love to have copyright over their thing. It would be great, like if like a fighter or somebody else, they'll put that one fight on RIZIN TV or something like that. I get not the whole show, but like one fight, I think would be to introduce people to who they are. I think would go a long way. Any thoughts about that, Knox?
No. How do you mean exactly? What are you talking about exactly?
So like,
I don't understand.
Say like a fighter from Pancras is making his debut in RIZIN making his first RIZIN fight on RIZIN TV. Put on one or two of his fights from Pancras or something, so that because
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, New Japan
That'll
does
help
that.
The casuals for sure, bro.
Yes, yeah. Because
I'm a psychopath, bro. I like to watch tape and stuff. So like if I hear about a new guy that's coming up or whatever, I'm like, I'm gonna research that guy real quick. But yeah, I get it. That would help casuals for sure.
Because also a lot of these fights sometimes you can't find any of this stuff on YouTube. Like Pancras stuff is like you can't find. Shuto is hard to find. Deep has the subscription thing as well. So
it's not available in your country is the messages you get on YouTube and shit.
That too as well. Well. Let's see. Pick up earlier years, host more events. What do you think about that? Hosting more events overall, like a monthly thing.
That would be nice, but it doesn't make it as memorable for sure. Because look at the UFC, dude. They have so many events, you can't even name most of the fighters unless you're a real hardcore. Yeah. And then also too, you know what I mean? These guys take a lot of damage, and then it makes it more special when there's not so many events because you look forward to one. You know what I mean? The hype, they could put way more production values into it. Everything is just more prepared better. You know what I mean? But I get it. Instead of more events, maybe they should be adding more docuseries to keep us on the way, bro. You know what I mean? On the way, building up to an event. Like drop a few preparation videos instead of multiple events. You know what I mean? On the way, give us something to watch while we're waiting for the next event. Build up the hype.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to like a monthly thing, but also I don't. The thing I dread is if this ever became like a weekly thing. If somehow RIZIN started putting on like weekly shows, and I don't think they'll ever do that because listen, they have deep for that. They have Shudo at Pancras that kind of like does the in between. So yeah, I don't think they'll ever get to that. That is my if you remember, the one time they ever did that was they did it was Kanehara versus Kleber for one show, and then the week before after that, I forgot who main evented that one, but they did something like that, and they haven't done it since. So I think one of the shows did not sell well, so that's why they also don't do it as well. This year though, with the fact that they can't do Saitama as well, so that'll be interesting to see where they do shows. That's what I'm also looking forward to, is seeing where they do shows.
Yeah, they're gonna do the New Year's Eve in Nagoya this time, right?
Yeah, that's interesting that they're doing. I figured they do Osaka, but Nagoya is an interesting choice for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read a few others. Sign more atom weights. We kind of talked about a little about that before. Make World Series regular thing. Get heavyweight the fuck out of RIZIN. It's time for a lightweight Grand Prix. Book Chihiro Suzuki. Don't book Ryan Bader. Expand globally. Yeah, okay. That's kind of like, oh my god, there's so many comments. Let's see.
Got time, bro. Read them.
Yeah, Kobe Day says the next step is buying out one of the other combat organizations. I don't think they want to do that. I don't think there's necessity to do that. They're
going to use breaking down to start farming. Mikuru and Nobuyuki are real close. Watch, they're going to start. They'll figure something out.
Yeah, if you heard about that guy who had to go to the hospital for that getting slapped at the weigh-ins.
No, where breaking down?
Yeah. So one of the fighters got slapped during the weigh-ins, got bleeding in the brain or something, had to go to the hospital.
Holy shit.
Was
the guy that slapped him a former champion at Power Slap, bro?
No, it was just one of those. It was just
trolling.
Yeah, it was just one of those breaking down things.
Those power slap guys are tough, dude.
Super Anime King says, I think there's a balance. RIZIN should go to a monthly schedule, 12 per year, increase the World Series. See if you can go back to South Korea, try to get a deal in Macau. They do fights in Macau? Really? I didn't even know that. Okay. Or I don't know.
Or maybe set something up. One
versus RIZIN? That ain't gonna happen. That will not happen.
Allow that.
Yeah.
They'll get washed.
Captain says they already have quality relationships with Deep, Pancrase, Shuto, etc. That's true. Yeah, they do. It's the only place where you can see Pancrase versus Shuto fighters and all that stuff when they do those fights. So I'm just gonna go back to read a little bit more comments.
Amoto is gonna be making his debut at 52. There it is. There's Amoto right there.
Yep.
And he's weird too, bro. He's a character. That's good. You want a weirdo character out there, dude.
Both your done shows in Macau. So okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, so
Araguchi fought recent?
Oh, that was in Macau?
I don't know, maybe I'm tripping.
Okay. This is something new. It's called Rapid Fire Predictions, and I'm stealing this from the Ariel Helwani John Pollock thing where they I don't know, some guy who has a John Pollock, where they just kind of go back and forth predicting things, and they just give a yes or no, and you can explain if like more. I had the one already because one of them was Doubtbeck goes to 130, and I said no. I didn't think he was going to. I think they were going to do the rematch with Kubo or Akimoto, but no, he's going to bantamweight. So I've already lost.
He doesn't want to fight Shea Duliev. It doesn't seem like, bro.
No, he doesn't. Nobody
Do you blame him?
No, I don't. Soon Shaduliev is going to be having to fight people that are like direct from deep, unfortunately. So, I'm going to start off with you. I'm going to ask you first, Knox, and then you can just give a yes or no. If you want to expand upon, that's totally fine. So starting off, prediction number 1: Mikuru fights once in 2026 and then retires.
I don't think he'll retire.
But he'll fight once in 2026?
He'll fight at least once in 2026, but I don't think he'll retire yet.
So I wrote yes for this because I don't know what he's going to do after. He's already won the championship. This injury that he's saying against Shaduliev is, again, that's one of those injuries that's like, that changes a fighter. I think they might just do the Ren match maybe again, and then I think he might just hang it up. I don't know, because I don't know what else does he do. I think he'll still have a presence in RIZIN, but I just don't know like what else do you do after. Other than if Shaduliev leaves, do you give, unless you want to do like a title fight? That's the only thing I can think of.
It's like Mikuru could definitely be champ. It's just like that thing with like John Jones. It's like, look at all those badass fighters that were in light heavyweight, but John Jones just happened to be there. Do you know what I mean? It's like you just have this guy that's just levels above everybody. So I don't know. I don't think I'll see him retire yet. I think it's this the fight game is too addicting, dude. And he did well against 2 former champs, and then he still wants to fight Ren, and then somehow Chihiro will convince him, I need to get one back with you, bro, because I stepped up short notice for you, and then somehow Kleber will convince him we need to do a trilogy too. So I think he'll be busy, dude.
Interesting stat. I didn't know this. Tisan says that Sakakibara, Sasahara, and Sayaki, these are all officials of RIZIN, and Sayaki's with Deep. Kai and are all from Nagoya. It's interesting. I knew that Kai and Mikuru from Nagoya, Aichi area, but I didn't know that Sakakibara had a connection with Nagoya. Okay, here's prediction number 2. Shaduliev leaves RIZIN for the UFC.
Well, he said that he re-signed his contract, right? So do we have details on that? How does that work out? More fights, but I don't know, dude. I think he's also learning, like, look how he's being treated out there, dude, like a superstar. And then he sees how large the events are. A lot of people are starting to look at UFC and be like, it's kind of not
Well,
my thing anymore, dude.
I mean, with the $100,000 thing now and
Is that confirmed
$25,000,
from here on
yeah,
out? But also you
I
don't get contract you can't have sponsors and stuff like that on your shorts and all that sort of good stuff too.
here's the thing though, is that we also there's this current generation of fighters have only grown up on UFC, Bellator maybe. They weren't growing up during Pride, and they have. It's kind of like with WWE, where like a bunch of wrestlers have only known WWE, so they only have aspirations for WWE because they haven't seen
I
anything
get
else.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
I totally get what you're saying. The thing is, with what I'm thinking right now, dude, is people are craving nostalgia, dude. And right now, it's just look at Stranger Things. Look at the fashion, bro. People were dressing in skinny pants and this and that, and I'm seeing people wear baggy clothes now, dude.
So actually, Anime King has an interesting. So being that Mikuru is from Nagoya Aichi area, so maybe retire, maybe. Now here's the thing, J Wolf. I know you keep on, and you said that you brought up the whole contract thing. So I think he's going to leave. Here's the thing: RIZIN has let their champions go in the past to UFC with like no. They let Jiri go. They let Kate go. Kyoji go.
To get more exposure, bro.
But they'll let you go with no issues. So even with this new contract, I still think he's gonna fight. I still think he fights in RIZIN, but I think we'll see him in UFC. That's my prediction, that he'll be in UFC starting this year.
Hopefully not.
Next one, Izawa leaves RIZIN for the UFC.
Oh man, I hopefully not, because I think she's perfect at the weight class that she's at. If she moves up, that's going to be really difficult. What would it be? 115, next one up.
Yeah, so that's and here's the thing. She said she wanted to retire like 28 or 29. She had that she said that to me in an interview. So I don't know if that's still a thing. So I mean, and she's talking
Those
about
are some large women, dude. The
they are.
UFC is they're weight bullyish. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah. I struggled this. I originally said no, but then I'm like, what else is she gonna do in RIZIN? There's nothing.
Bring Machi over.
That's
teammate fight with Kate Lotus.
But when Izawa sees that, are you like, do I want to do that? Do I want to fight Kate Lotus, 6-5 Kate Lotus? Do I want to fight Machi, who I know she has a lot of fans?
But what about Joe Arai, bro? Didn't he lose how many straight and then he went on a crazy win streak?
That's right, but also it's kind of like these people. Sometimes people want to fight the best and prove themselves, type thing. So
that's and then you hear all the shit talking that people say about women's fighting in UFC too. I mean, I seen some of the memes that were going around about Rose Namajunas and whoever she fought yesterday.
Oh, that was a great fight. What are you talking about? The best fight of the night. What are you talking about?
I'm like, you really want to go over there, especially when you've been talking that shit too? You know what I mean? Like, she's been talking shit, saying that they're fighting to not lose. You know what I mean?
So I said yes, because I'm just like, what else would she do for RIZIN in 2026? There's really like nothing. There's nothing you could. J Wolf, you're saying a rematch with Izawa? She choked her out. And here's the actually, I'll say this. I listened to Yamato Damashi, and Ensign said, "Oh, you can maybe do a rematch because Izawa got knocked down." I had to disagree. I don't think a fight can be based on a rematch because someone got knocked down. I'm sorry, that's not. It's just
I felt like Reina panic tapped.
That was a tough guillotine. Listen, she's
for sure, but her back of her head was coming out. You know what I mean? She was just like,
yeah,
I give up.
It's possible. It's possible.
I don't want to be here right now.
She finished her off, and I think probably 10 out of 10 times she beats Reina. I can't see an excuse for a rematch personally. For that, sure. The only two matches, again, you said Kate Lotus, Machi. The only match that I would be willing, I want to see would be her versus Hyo Ham. That's the only fight I want to see. Really, nothing else.
There's all these new people too. Look at Saika set the world on fire in just her fourth fight, right? Wasn't it her fourth or fifth pro fight or against Ayaka? Who says there's not some young killer like Akimoto style waiting in the wings that will do the same to her. You just never know,
Invicta,
dude.
first of all, J Wolf, Invicta doesn't exist anymore because they haven't had a show since May of 2025. Combate Global, I don't even know if Combate Global is even having a show. So yeah, I do not consider them serious promotions. Oh, Super Anime King has a great thing. MMA is in a tough spot in the 2020s. For Baz Bellator was, this Bad Meltzer is a clear number 2 and a legit place for people to go. Coker also legitimately care about women's MMA. Hey, listen, I remember when Dana White said there would never be a women's fight in the UFC ever. People don't remember that. That's been erased from history, and I'm very disappointed that people don't remember that, unfortunately.
Wherever the money is, he'll go.
Code Mayday says, say Izawa versus Hayam Sawada, Zombie Miura. This is why one needs to close down MMA. Suda versus Izawa. I think that Izawa destroys. I think Izawa destroys Suda. I don't think it's even a competition. I think Izawa would submit her in the first round. That's the other thing, is that just there's no big what if fights for Izawa.
Hachi's a little heavier, dude, so maybe
I'll be fine with that.
But Suda, she's young, bro. She has plenty of time to improve for sure.
Oh my god. Combate Global had only 2 shows in 2025. It's not a serious promotion. Yeah. Damn. Oh, but Sam says that Izawa trains with half the ones women fighters they won't fight.
That's true.
Oh fuck. Anyway, I say that Izawa goes to UFC. Okay. RIZIN holds the show in the United States. And this is not counting Guam or Puerto Rico. This is one of the 50 United States.
Hawaii, bro?
I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Now that
in this year, 2026, probably not.
Yeah. I say no to that as well. Sorry, J Wolf. Okay. So UFC runs a show in the same weekend as a RIZIN show in Japan.
Could they?
That's what, like, if UFC,
they could, dude. They could crush too if they had like Mikuru on that card and Yaman and all these killers. They would outsell them, dude. I think they would.
But do you think that UFC would be bullish and be like, no, we can beat them?
I think Dana White is he's full of himself sometimes, bro. I just I hear a lot of people, dude. Like there's just a lot of people that are talking MMA now. They're not satisfied with the UFC, bro. I don't know if you feel that, dude. I feel that a lot. I hear a lot of people talking shit about it. You know what I mean? Looking elsewhere.
So I put no for that. I don't think that's going to happen. If they run a show, I think they're going to be smart and not do it the same weekend as a RIZIN show. I don't think they're going to do a WWE thing where they like run the same whatever as like an AEW show or something like that.
It's wiser for sure not to go against you know.
Here's one in Kobe Day. This is you. I'm gonna give you all the credit for this one. Shinya Aoki returns to fight in RIZIN in 2026.
I seen him tweeting towards Satoshi. I mean, if they let him out of the contract, I don't see why not. I don't see why he wouldn't.
So here's the thing. I say no because I think this guy is all about pro wrestling right now. You know he's doing a pro wrestling show in the Philippines?
No. I didn't hear about that, no.
So I think and he wrestles for DDT as well. I don't know if I can't see this guy coming to have like a serious MMA fight. I think he's become full pro wrestler now. He's kind of like Minoru Suzuki. I mean, if RIZIN offered him a lot of money, maybe that would be the exception. Like,
they don't need him.
You read my mind, said you like, Aoki will take my money even if he's 60. So, yeah.
He's fun, but they don't need him for sure, dude.
Yeah. I still say no, though. Okay. He recently relinquished his title, his bantamweight title in Rise. Khan Nakamura makes his MMA debut in RIZIN. The former kickboxer now, or I guess maybe still kickboxer.
I don't know, dude. I'm not sure. I don't have I would like to see it. I don't know though if it'll happen. Why not? Kickboxing's dead, dude. Fuck it. Come to RIZIN, baby.
I think it's a no. I think he's going to one. I think that's why he relinquished his title.
Why?
Listen, even if you don't like one, it's still the best place to go for kickboxing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kickboxing, unfortunately, it's a dying thing, dude. It's dying out, dude. Unfortunately.
I know. Don't stay down in the Beyond Kick forum. They will tear you apart.
Duly
Okay.
noted.
Here's an interesting. Oh, look at this. Puffle says Aoki versus Sakuraba. I think. Oh, that's an interesting fight.
That would be fun, dude.
Oh, here's the thing. You could do it's revenge for his dad. Remember, that was the first main event of RIZIN's first ever show was Sakuraba versus Aoki. That's interesting. That's interesting.
But yeah, he might not need to though, depending on what his win is. What if he were to beat Gustavo somehow, dude? That would propel him up to the top.
Oh, absolutely, 1%. This one is interesting. I want to hear what your thoughts. Kai fights at 135 this year in UFC, loses, gets cut, and returns to fight in RIZIN in 2026.
Do I think he'll lose his next fight? I don't think he will lose his next fight. I wonder who he's going to fight though. I think he tried to be like a weight. I think he tried to. Maybe Billy Bigelow was in his ear, dude, and he told him, "Bro, you need a weight bully here in UFC. This is how we do it, bro. We need to get you to 125." But I think that's very depleting way too depleting, bro. So I think he's gonna do well at 135 for sure.
Oh, Citywide Project. So how Isha, you got to actually watch the Crush show, by the way. How did you get to watch it? By the way, also Deep Kick had a show as well that you'll be able to watch in about a few months. So make sure to look out for that. You really think that Kai's listen? I have seen how Kai has done so far. Pantoja, Elliott. Listen, we're talking about weight bullying. 135 has a lot of weight bullies. Like, I just can't see Kai beating Song Yadong or O'Malley, Figueiredo, or Usman. I can't see Kai beating any of these guys. I'm trying to think of the lowest level. Cody Durden, I think, beats Kai.
You think so? Dude, he cracks though. He has very dude. And then another thing too is that he's got to be training his grappling, bro. Have you seen his ears lately? He's like missing his left ear, dude.
Yeah,
his left ear is like gone, dude.
Yeah. I just can't see Kai doing good at UFC 135.
I wish he didn't leave, dude. It's dumb anyway. Why would you want to go?
Oh. RIZIN USA mainland is not interesting. I went to both Pride USA 06, 07 at Vegas. Only 70% of the audience seated I saw. But sure, RIZIN why possible because many Japanese descendants there. Let's see. Yeah, I think there's just too many killers at 135. And I think no matter unless they do like the Sean O'Malley thing, they get someone from LFA or something. He's just fighting like that's the only way I think Kai can possibly win. Unfortunately, but I think
Archuleta. That was pretty crazy.
I know it's a crazy thing.
Archuleta's a large guy too, dude.
He beat.
I think it's mental, bro.
You think it is?
I think so, dude. I mean, he wasn't looking too bad against Pantoja either, and then obviously, was it Kennedy? Who was he fighting? Or Elliott? Tim Elliott?
Yeah,
he was doing good. He just makes errors, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's because he has the wrong people in his corner.
Sam would say that he can knock out Malcolm Wellmaker. I don't even know who that is. Do you know who Malcolm Wellmaker is? Was that the guy who...
I can't remember. Is that the guy that just passed out?
That's what I was about to say. That name looks familiar. Wasn't that the guy who passed out at 135? Papo says that Kai could beat Cheeto Vera. I don't know. Cheeto Vera
doesn't do enough output, dude.
And Sam says UFC needs to give him a striker. Waste of funds to give him anyone with a grappling advantage. That's the problem.
Is smart.
Sam said that was Cameron Smotherman. Okay. So yeah. I think I think because he's also because they give him. Yeah, I know wrong black guy. Asia, wrong black guy. But I think he's getting big money through Abema, Unext, through and UFC put him on main cards for his first two fights. I mean, it was the main event for his first fight and opening for the Elliott fight. So I just think I think he's gonna get a big fight just because a big fight, big spot because there is a lot of money on him. And unfortunately, I don't see 135 going well for him, unfortunately. And I think he'll get cut and he comes back to RIZIN.
That'll be cool though. Come back to RIZIN, Kai. We good. Either way,
Nagoya,
come back,
Nagoya Dome. Let's see. A heavyweight champion will be crowned in 2026.
I mean, more than likely, they're probably going to do the Bader versus Soldalkin thing. So yeah, probably.
I say yes because they probably already made the belt and they don't want that money to go to waste. I think.
I seen Rand
Like,
holding it, dude. So maybe.
Oh, Super Anime says the fact that this is an argument about Kai says all we need to know. He shouldn't be in the UFC, even if he can fight an MMA fighter. Good point. Good point. Let's see. A Grand Prix will be held this year.
Oh, for sure.
Do you think what weight class do you think they'll do?
They probably featherweight, dude. Featherweight or lightweight is what I'm thinking.
I was gonna say yes. I said it was gonna be lightweight. I think they're kind of gonna do that for not Nazimov, but Satoshi. But now you got Satoshi who lost the title, and now you got Nazimov who's the champion. So I think that's what they're gonna. I think that they're gonna do it for lightweight. Though they did if they did featherweight, if they did them simultaneously, that'd be great. Just as long as they finish them like Bellator, which Bellator couldn't do. Dalbeck goes to 135. Did you think that Dalbeck was going to go to 135, or do you
I had a feeling. I had a feeling because he was just. Who else is there for him to fight? Like he has like a 10-fight winning streak. You would think that next in line is going to be the champ, but he doesn't want to fight Shea Duleev. I
thought they were going to run back Kubo, or at least give him the Akimoto fight because they were supposed to do those
what I
two.
To see.
Yeah. Okay, this one's interesting. Ring Nakai fights in RIZIN in 2026. Have you followed the
like
saga?
super matchup, dude?
Have you followed her saga ever since leaving UFC?
No, I haven't, dude.
Okay, she is batshit insane, and she has burned the bridge of every company she has ever worked for. At this point, the only promotions she can maybe work for are Deep Jewels, maybe RIZIN if she publicly apologizes, and maybe one. There was a time when she got cut from UFC. Sorry?
What does she do?
Long story short, her husband / I guess I learned that apparently he met her when she was 16 as well. We had a Pat Barry Rose thing apparently as well going on here.
Shit.
They share a cell phone. Her husband manages her and does all of her business and all that stuff. He does her social media. It's a crazy thing. I don't know. I don't have
acting like Ali, dude. Ali Abdelaziz, or whatever his name is.
I can't get into it. There's too much to get into here, but yeah, she's burned every bridge. And at one point, she was saying that she would kill herself if she would not go back, if she couldn't get back to UFC.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
I'm going to say no. She doesn't fight in RIZIN in 2026 because she's too much baggage. Let's see. Here's one. A fighter who is cut from UFC proper, so not Road to UFC, Dana White Contender Series tough, goes directly to fight for RIZIN after getting cut.
I can see it happening.
I say yes.
Who it is, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why not?
I say yes to that.
Even if you serve them up to somebody to get smashed in RIZIN, it's a win-win either way.
So see this, what Kelby Day says. The Ring Nakai lore is so deep and fleshed out like fucking Star Wars. It really is, man. It's crazy. Okay, here we get into some crazy ones. Floyd Mayweather fights in RIZIN in 2026.
I mean, who really cares about Floyd, right? But maybe.
So I debated this because I heard that Floyd was having money problems.
I was just gonna say he's out of money, dog.
I'm like, oh no, that's not good. That's not good.
Now's the time to capitalize on him.
I say no. It doesn't happen this year. I think
I
hope Shaduliev. I don't know.
He would fight Pacquiao in an exhibition match, 3 rounds.
Oh God, I hope not. I hope not. But I say no. I think RIZIN is hopefully done with him at this point.
Have you seen? Did you see that clip of I think it was right after Anthony Joshua beat Jake Paul or whatever, or it might have been before the week of whatever, where it was Anthony Joshua and Floyd Mayweather at some sort of meet and greet, and they're both standing side by side, and fans are coming up to take a photo with them or whatever, and all the women, Mayweather's looking at him in their eyes, and they just totally ignore him and are just looking at Anthony Joshua. I think his time's done, dude.
That's funny. That's hilarious. I didn't see that. All I saw was I looked at I always saw was the Orlovsky Doherty thing. You saw that?
Yeah. Oh. I don't know who that guy is, but yeah, I seen the shenanigans happen behind the scenes. But yeah, I think it's just who cares anymore.
Next one. Ryan Garcia fights in RIZIN. in 2026?
Probably not.
I say no.
I don't know.
Too.
I don't think so.
No, and I hope
Why
not.
do you need him?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Oh, here's the next one. Another K1 champion or long-term contracted fighter from K1 leaves to go to RIZIN.
Potentially, yeah. Let's just go. Yeah, let's just say yeah. Why not? Fuck it.
I say yes. I think it's gonna be Asahisa who goes next.
Let's see.
It's
I'm for it, dude.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's the state of K1 where everybody's leaving that sinking ship. This one's for you, Knox. Hiroya goes on a winning streak in 2026.
Send him to deep, bro. It's done. Let's do it, baby.
I didn't say
Let's do it.
I said fighting, just like overall fighting winning streak. So does not lose in 2026.
I think he has the potential, bro. Like his fights are not they're very competitive. It's just something mentally that's not letting him like push through or something. So maybe he just needs to go somewhere to get this streak going and then come back. But yeah, I think he will, bro. I think he'll go on a little streak.
It's funny. You say that all the City Life says Isha says all the K1 guys are going to one. Sam says
what is one on nowadays. I don't even know what one's on.
Prime.
Amazon?
Prime? I think so,
Okay.
yeah. Sam Ross says would go to a close decision with some random deep Joe's girl. I say no. Unfortunately, this is not the year of Hiroya. I think he does not go on a winning streak, unfortunately. Okay, here's one. And I know one person who would want to see this happen. I'll just say for the record, I don't want to see this happen. UFC and RIZIN hold a crossover event.
I would love to see it because I would love to see Shea Dooley. I've just smashed some of their top contenders, but Uncle Dana would never allow that, bro. Never. Don't you remember the old clip of Uncle Dana sitting ringside and Chuck Liddell just getting brutalized by Rampage, and he was just like about to cry? Yeah. You could just hear it in his voice.
He lost money. I think he bet money on Liddell. I think it was right. He put like
I'm sure, dude. That's all he does. He's a degenerate gambler for sure, dude.
So I say no, and I hope they never do it because first of all, we know that UFC would not play ball. You know, they would obviously look at who the strongest fighters are and would not put any of their guys against them.
They'll put Sal D'Amato as a judge.
Yeah, it'll be Sal D'Amato. You know, what's his name? Herzog will be refereeing everything. As Isha says, that UFC would not allow the rule set. Oh, sorry. UFC would never allow the rule set as well. So yeah. Exactly. So I hope it never happens, and I don't think it will happen.
I would love to see it happen just to see Shea Dooley have smash.
Well, I don't think they would. UFC would be like, oh no, you can't fight. We have to put up somebody against like Taisi Nishitani or something or Kagiwara. Well, it'll be Charles Oliveira. Oh no, who's a featherweight fighter? It'll be like let's see, who's a featherweight fighter? I'm trying to think. It'll have to be Diego Lopez versus Hagiwara. That's like how they
yeah, something crazy mismatched.
But listen,
dude, Yaman versus John Silva would be insane, bro. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting fight.
Dude, they'd beat the shit out of each other.
There'll be a lot of yelling and maybe jumping on that fight.
Violence.
Yes. Okay, so the next one. So let's talk about the UFC White House show. So let's see if how RIZIN could do that. RIZIN holds an event at the Emperor's Palace. Not in the palace, but in the outside section.
Oh, for sure, dude. They'll do it. That's coming, bro.
I say no.
This White House thing is ridiculous, bro.
I think likely. I don't think it'll happen. I don't think
Why are we holding a show for all these corrupt people, bro? Let's hold a show for the people, bro. The regular people like you and me, dude.
Because listen, it's gonna get people talking. That's why. It's gonna get people talking. It's gonna get people on social media talking. But yes, unfortunately, I don't see RIZIN doing a show at the Emperor's Palace.
These politicians are already making racks, bro. They don't need to be able to be front row and center at a UFC event.
Okay. Jay Kuhn returns to RIZIN. So have you heard that Jay Kuhn is out of Australia jail for felony drug smuggling and is back to fighting?
They probably won't even let him in Japan.
So if RIZIN holds an international show, World Series show, I did not say RIZIN again. I just said RIZIN. So could you see Jay Kuhn? Maybe Jay Kuhn and RIZIN in Korea, or if RIZIN has a show in the United States.
All publicity is good publicity, bro.
So what do you think? Do you think that JQ will return to RIZIN in 2026? Japan, wherever?
Probably not, bro. Probably not.
Yes. So T-San says RIZIN ever proud as possible because of the culture and history. So yeah. So I say no, because unless they do a show in the United States, it's gonna be hard for JQ to go almost anywhere. Let's see. Here's one I'm interested to hear. A current champion will lose their belt in a title match. So we got Shaduyev, Ogikubo, Nazimov, Izawa. Who else? Ogikubo,
Sabatello.
Sabatello. Yeah, one of them will lose their fight and will lose their belt this year in 2026.
I definitely see the belt exchanging hands from somebody. I don't know who exactly, but for sure I could see. Yeah. I could see something happening.
Yes. Samrod was reading my mind. I say yes. I think it's gonna be Sabatello, because I can't think of anybody who defeats the other people at this point. So I picked he's saying Sabatello loses in his first defense if he's fighting Fukuda or Dalbeck. J Wolf says RIZIN Hawaii, Hune versus Sadario. Okay. I don't there's better opponents for Hune. Come on, J Wolf. Okay. This J Wolf, this next one's for you. RIZIN will open an office in LA. Will that happen in 2026?
Do you want to, bro, with the crime that's happening over there? Are you sure, bro?
J Wolf has had this prediction for going on, I think, 5 or 6 years, that they're gonna, because what happened was that I think he talked to Sakakibara, and Sakakibara said, "Oh, we'd love to open an office in California." And every year it's going to be it says, "Oh, this is the year." So is 2026 the year that they open it, like Pride opened the office in LA, and sorry, not LA, Las Vegas, when they expanded? Do you see RIZIN opening one in LA?
Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet, but don't do a better choice, bro. Go like Texas or something, just for like tax benefits, bro. Don't do California, bro.
I say no. Superman Anime King says, so J Wolf, you always said LA. I never knew Orange County till now. Anyway, Super Anime King says office in Seoul, though. That's possible if they continue with the Korea stuff. I remember in the Discord said China. That will never happen. That's never going to happen in 100 million years. Here's one. A RIZIN Koshin winner. So there's only been 2. That's Imazato and Rice Ball Kid will challenge for a belt in 2026.
I don't think they'll challenge for a belt, but they can make some traction. You know what I mean? I don't think I don't think it'll be a belt challenge, but they can make some traction.
I say no. But I think RIZIN might do that sometime in the future. So I think that it'll kind of get buzz. It'll get buzz because, like, someone who wins the Kyoshin tournament and they're fighting for a title already, that creates like buzz. And if they were to win, that would be like an insane like thing. Yeah, I know. Sam, Rice Ball's 1 and 3. And Enzo is still a child. But yeah, that's why I don't think it's going to happen this year. But I think in the future, I think they're going to do that sometime in the future.
Maybe they could have a belt for them in that specific like age group. You know what I mean?
T-San says Pride had Vegas office for just 1 or 2 employees, but I don't think RIZIN makes U.S. office because of less possibility of having the in U.S. mainland.
Well, if they do create an office, me and Andrew here will be first hires, bro. Let's do it.
Oh, very happy to do that. And here's the last one. Ren Hiramoto fights in the Year of Our Lord 2026.
He has to, bro. Yes, I'm gonna go with the yes. He has to, dude. He's probably been on peptides. He's leveled up, bro. He's strong. He's repaired. He's ready to go, bro. He's looking solid. Dude, he seemed like he was turning the corner, dude. He's improved a lot since that Saito fight. I've really seen a lot of growth in him. It's unfortunate that he had an injury, but yeah, I definitely see him back 2026.
So I wrote no. Now, here's the thing. I think he's going to get a fight announced, but I think he's going to get injured again.
You think he has durability problems or something?
This guy gets injured. We used to make fun of Kai getting injured, so like his hand breaking all the time.
It's too hard.
Ben Hiramoto, he's either like tearing his knee or his arm or his shoulder. And here's the funny thing: he'll be injured, and then he'll be posting a picture at a Travis Scott concert, and he's just going wild. So I don't know if he's I don't know what he's doing with these injuries, the extent of these, and yeah. So I think he will get a fight.
I did want to bring up. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was just gonna say. Have you ever seen him like out of a fight camp? How large he gets, bro? Did you ever see that one like photo of him? How fat he was?
Yeah.
That's unhealthy. Maybe he's gonna realize like this is unhealthy. I should stop doing this. I need to mature. Yeah. I'm a fighter now, bro.
Subtract says win Knox. Sam says injuries. The guy is cycling on the Lord steroids. Yes, maybe he's on those peptides.
He is pretty large, bro.
Yes, and not like large, like muscular. He gets fat. He gets fat. So let me do some quick announcements. I got the date finally. It's going to be February 14th at 9 p.m. at KatsuCon. I will be hosting a JMMA RIZIN panel. If you are going to KatsuCon or if you are in the Maryland DMV area, please come out that one day to at least see me do my panel. This is the same panel at Anime NYC. So Super King. If you're going to that convention, you can see it twice. I'm going to have video this time. There'll be no dumb, stupid messing up with the video and all that shit. Okay, so that's not gonna happen this time. I promise. So yeah, so come out to see the RIZIN JMMA panel. So also I gotta announce the contest. So let's see if this can be seen. Hold on, I have to. How do I? Maybe if I do like this. Okay, so I had this RIZIN t-shirt. I had this RIZIN belt t-shirt here. I'm going to give it away to anybody, anywhere, no matter where you are. And it's a medium, so, you know, count for what that size is in Japanese. So, but everybody who's in this chat, everybody who's not in this chat, besides me, of course, is eligible to win. That includes you, Knox. So the only thing you gotta do is either message me on Discord, Twitter, whatever. You gotta tell me what you want, what you're most looking forward to in RIZIN in 2026. Well, no, actually, I take it back. Take it back. Sorry. Which fight do you want to see in RIZIN 2026? That's what I meant to say. Which fight in RIZIN you want to see in 2026? Make sure you also have to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. And you also have to be following on Twitter X, We Are RIZIN Podcast thing. So remember, so follow We Are RIZIN Podcast on Twitter, whatever. Subscribe to YouTube channel. Just send me like a screenshot, whatever, and then tell me, however, DM, email, whatever, which fight in 2026 you want to see RIZIN book. And I'm gonna do a random drawing. Doesn't matter where you are. I'm gonna pay for the shipping. Just give me an address that this can be shipped to. And I will be, and if you win, you get a RIZIN t-shirt.
Boom. Nice.
Also be doing a thing with Anarchy MMA, as well as having a panel of people to talk about the future of JMA and J-Kick. That's whenever. Let's see. Sorry. Let me see. Okay. Oh, RIZIN will die. What will be different this KatsuCon panel than the one I did recently? Just some updated numbers for like RIZIN's shows last New Year's Eve show last year. It'll be basically the same thing, but the difference is that there'll be video of this. I promise. And I don't. Maybe I won't. I won't. Will I do another one after this? I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. Isha says, shout out to the live chat here, the host and all you savages. Yes. Anything that you're working on, Knox, that you wanna give tell everybody about?
Hey, no, yeah, I'm just doing my thing on Substack. If you guys are looking for me on socials, I made it as easy as possible to find me. It's Knox Talks MMA, all one word, as you see right there at the bottom. Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever you guys are calling it. But I'm dropping articles, knoxtalksmma.substack.com. If you guys are interested, I'm writing about RIZIN, yo. I go on long winded rants about it, and I enjoy those of you that take the time to read my crazy thoughts. And I post on Reddit about it just to get some more traction to the best organization, bro. Superior rule set. And it was a pleasure doing this with you, man. I really appreciate you inviting me back to the show. Thank you very much, man.
Oh, no problem. You want to plug your gaming stuff, or your
Oh,
Twitch
you
stuff?
just go find me through Instagram, and it'll lead you to all my pages, bro. Or Twitter, whatever. Knox Talks MMA.
And you looks like
Substack.com.
you got a new fan, Isha. I don't know if you ever watch his stuff on YouTube. He does all the live streams of everything. He says that he's
Right
going to
on.
sub to you right now. So you gained a
Got you,
fan.
bro. I appreciate it. I'll do the same to you, man. Appreciate you.
Just as well, everybody, please like the video and please comment as well. Put whatever you want. It helps the algorithm. This is how YouTube works, unfortunately. It's all algorithms and all that shit. If you saw the terrible, if you saw the terrible movie Mercy, which I saw yesterday, algorithms, AI, whatever. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, follow the Twitter X. We are RIZIN Pod. Please join the Discord as well. RIZIN FF fans. You can look that up very easily. If you need a link, invite as well. Invite link, whatever, just send it to me. And last but not least, I know it's annoying, but gotta do it again. Please support our sponsor, Shroom Bars. Go to eatshroombar.com. eatshroombar.com. Use code WAR at checkout for 25% off your first order. Great healthy bars. They'll fill you up. You'll feel great. You won't get bloated or be shitting right after, like a lot of things make you do. So yeah, please. And also tells these people, oh hey, people, the Bob Sapp Akibono level of people that watching or actually want or buy stuff. So please go ahead, please go ahead and make use of that.
I'm gonna go to Eat Shroom Bar right now, and I'm gonna check the menu, see if they have some psilocybins. Let's party.
Great. Oh, and SMKZ5W says, great show. Enjoy the articles. I think that's referring to your stuff.
Right on.
Yeah, I do some stuff for MMA Sucker, but it's only RIZIN stuff. So that's like, when RIZIN stuff happens. Super Anime King, am I going to see you at Katsucon by any chance? Will you be at Katsucon? Are you, it says, great podcast as always, guys. Great. Can't wait for the Ariake show. Yeah, just let me know, Super Anime King, if you're going to be at Katsucon for that panel. And then I guess other than that, we'll enter the contest. Remember, subscribe, follow Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube, and send me an image, and then just tell me which fight you want to see RIZIN do in 2026. That's totally fine, Super Anime King. I'm going to get video of it. So, yes, save for Japan. Go ahead and do that. Please see a RIZIN show if you can and buy some merch. Okay. Appreciate everybody who tuned into this long show. I appreciate you all who filled the form. Thank you so much again. Looking forward to RIZIN 26. Thank you for all the support. And please be safe out there. Have a great day.